So I contacted support and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes.
Integrity for just a few seconds of online validation, but let's go through her original upload as well as what happened after DoorDash let her go for the report. Now, due to YouTube guidelines, I can't show the beginning. Show right after she sees that.
Hey, I
Order.
hey.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Wait. Interesting, I wanted to... Let me check something real quick. Yo. I mean, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Christmas live stream, man. Welcome. And if you're just joining us, you're at the door taking your shoes off, make sure you like the video, Don't be unrude. Don't be rude, don't be rude. Have some decorum, have some manners. It's Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, shout out to all the families, man. Merry Christmas to you and the family, you filthy animals. What the? So we're gonna have an amazing Christmas stream. Maybe for 2 hours. Who knows? We'll see where the wind blows. We'll see where it takes us, right? But I'm saying, got a couple stories here to cover. Got a couple stories here to cover. So welcome to the stream. Make sure to tap that like on that video. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we got a couple of topics to cover, right? Whatever you're doing, you can tune into the show, Listen to it while you're at the gym, listen to it while you're grocery shopping, listening to it like you want to go work today because you're at home with the kids and you're not going to feel appreciated today, the mothers, you know what I'm saying? So you feel the need to go to work or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You rather be praised, you rather be worshipped than being a good mother. Shout out to all the fathers that are in the home but not fathers, because they're in the home but they're not, leading and being the example for the family. So shout out to you guys, man. Merry Christmas, and we love you all. Shout out to the Muslims, shout out to the Asians, shout out to the blacks, shout out to the whites. If we love anyone, we love the Muslims, okay? Alright, what are we touching on today, right? Let's jump right into it. The last stream I was supposed to cover the DoorDash girl. Who remember the DoorDash girl, right? she is crazy. She's just crazy. And now she got herself in a pickle jar. She's stuck in a pickle jar. And no one is coming to save her. Right? No one is coming to save her. But there's some updated story on her. Apparently she went to court. And we're gonna check this video, see what happened, you know? Let's check it out and see.
Order.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual.
Okay, so we have to go back, just a little back in time to catch up on what really went down, right? So you guys can get a full understanding of what's going down. So this is the DoorDash girl. This is MTR. Shout out to him. We get this content to react to, but let's jump right back into it.
Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me! And the police are doing nothing! I lost my job! And that was my only way to make money to pay my bills! 3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my
Bro, that's crazy, right? That is insane.
Job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my 3rd time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem
amazing.
unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the
This bitch is crazy.
only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So, hey guys, it's been a minute, a whole 24 hours, I know. But I have an update as of October.
She loves seeing herself and talking, right? She loves that, right? Am I wrong?
16th, 2025. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's
Allyship?
really making
What
me
does that
feel
even mean?
validated and
What does that
seen
mean?
and heard. And that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update.
Okay, let's review. How she's handling this situation is like...
Hold on, because I just want to hear her talk about the situation. We're gonna skip a bunch of stuff here.
clout that has become a lost damn art. Let's...
Not going to on their TikTok story, and a bunch of people started commenting on my pages that DoorDash made a public statement about me on their TikTok story and on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is I and the entire...
Speak on what more details? Isn't all the details out there? This bitch is crazy, bro. It's ridiculous, right?
The rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know
This
right
woman
now.
is such a clown. She gets up on here and it seems like the thing that she's
Know that. We just want to hear what she has to say, bro.
And made me aware that they made those public statements, knew why I lost my job before I did.
who gives a shit?
Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal, and about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal. They finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me.
And why?
So I and the rest of the world, we all found out why I lost my job together. That's the update.
Oh my gosh. And just like I said, there's been a lot of people responding to this situation with
Did she say why? Like, what did they say? Oh, there's some more stuff here. I mean, you know, let me cover it at the end, bro. I'm gonna cover this at the end.
The door is open. Should I leave or invade this person's privacy?
Oh, interesting. This guy's doing a little skit, which is funny, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
right.
Oh my god. I'm being sexually assaulted. I'm being sexually assaulted. Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated my page after I got sexually assaulted. Guys, I just lost my job. I just lost my job after I went out of my way to record another person in their house. I took my time and pulled out my phone and record somebody. I got sexually assaulted. I literally took time out of my day and record somebody in their house, butt naked. I lost my job. I got sexually assaulted. I'm
Amazing.
sorry,
Couldn't just put down the food and just walk away, huh? Victimizing yourself, huh? Anyway, let's get to the more serious reaction.
Here's what I would do if I was that DoorDash customer. First thing I would do is I would press charges against this DoorDasher.
What?
So I was someone who saw her original video before it was either deleted or taken down by TikTok, whatever happened. And in the original video, she said that the door was cracked and she pushed it open. That's breaking and entering. That's criminal trespass. So yeah, I would file charges against her. I would also then file secondary charges against her for filming his naked body while he's in his own home and then posting it on the internet. I mean, at this point, she's a peeping Tom. I would get a really, really, really aggressive lawyer and try to go after her for also revenge. A really, really aggressive lawyer
For revenge, that won't go well. That won't go well.
can make that case. Because she says that the only reason she filmed was so that she would have proof for DoorDash that it happened. So why didn't you send the video to DoorDash? Why did you...
It's crazy. It's crazy that, you know, the same video that she recorded for her safety and whatever to protect herself or whatever, right? It's coming to haunt her because she overreacted to the situation. She overreacted. And that's what most people do, right? You feel like a victim. You feel like someone is attacking you. You know, you at your job. You're outside with your friends. You're having a chat. You're this DoorDash girl delivering food. You're talking to anyone in your life, in the society, in your friends group, wherever, and someone says something you don't like, and you overreacted. You overreact, or someone do something you do not like, and now you're gonna defend yourself. You're gonna protect yourself. Which, I mean, there's a right way to protect and defend yourself, but in this case, she overreacted. She's overreacted, right? She went to this guy's house to deliver food. And if I remember, you know, the note says, please leave at the door, or something along those lines, right? Something along those lines. And she's gonna go in and video? That's kind of crazy. You could have just went there and noticed the door is open. Oh, okay. Leave the food and you're on your way. Leave the food and you're on your way. But guess what? She's been brainwashed. And really, can you blame her? Can you blame her? Really, can you blame the DoorDash girl? When society, I mean, there's some responsibility there on her for sure. There's definitely some responsibility there. But can you really blame her, right? When society and female in society of push a narrative, especially the liberals, right? Believe all women. So she fell into that victim mentality mindset of, oh, I'm a victim. This male ordered food and his door is half open and his pants is like down to his knee or ankle, wherever. I don't know where it was, but wherever it was, right? She felt like a victim. She felt like she was assaulted, right? Or essay, whatever, sexual assaulted, whatever, right? She felt like she was assaulted. So now, oh, you're disrespecting me, you're insulting me, you're trying to sexually assault me. All of these thoughts and emotions are running through her. The thought come, but she didn't catch the thought, so it turns into an emotion. And then it leads her to record the guy. It leads her to actually crack open his door even more, as it was reported, right? That's what I heard on the report, right? That she cracked open the door a little bit more, went inside and videoed the guy. Which is kind of crazy. All because you're overreacting. You want to defend yourself. You feel like a victim. And a victim person, a person that is a victim, is a dangerous person, because here she is. She has a lot of people on TikTok. She had a lot of followers. I heard, right? Assuming it's true, right? Now, she says she videoed for Uber or for DoorDash, but why did it end up on TikTok? Because TikTok didn't give her the justice that she deserved. But let's continue, right?
To post the video on social media. You were looking for attention, ma'am.
Yo, if there's a video of her, we got to see that content. I try to look for it, by the way. I can't find that one. But if she cracked that door, oh, she's cooked.
You were looking for a moment.
Yep.
You wanted to be a victim in that moment. I would get a really, really aggressive lawyer if I was that customer and go after her for these criminal charges. Now, in one of her videos, she mentioned that the police aren't doing anything about it. I don't know if she filed a police report or not, but if she did file a police report, I would also try to get her on falsifying a police report. Because just like she came on the internet and tried to say that you FA'd her, I'm sure she wrote that. If she did file a police report, I'm sure she wrote that on the police report as well. So that's not true. So you need to get her for that as well. I mean, every charge you can get her on. I would go after her for everything. Any criminal charge you can get on this girl, I would get on this girl. Next, I would go after DoorDash. Now, DoorDash is likely going to settle with you. They know that what she did was wrong, hence the reason why they deactivated her account immediately. Yeah. They know what she did is wrong. I would sue DoorDash. They're likely going to settle with you. And then DoorDash should turn around and sue her. And then you should turn around and sue her. Now, she doesn't have anything, clearly. She's driving DoorDash. Sue her anyway. Collect money from her for the rest of her life if you have to. Get a judgment against that girl and collect on her judgment. Any job she goes to work at, you start collecting. Garnish her wages. I fear that this is where we have come to in society.
You know, I don't know what I would do in this situation to say, listen, I'm going to charge you and you're going to pay me for the rest of your life, no matter what job you're in. I don't know. I'm not in the situation, so I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. Right? But clearly there should be an example made for entitled female like this, that just because their feelings are hurt, that they think they get to justify everything they do in their lives. My feeling is hurt, so guess what? You're gonna take responsible for my feelings. You're gonna be responsible for hurting my feelings, which is kind of ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's women. They run off their feelings and their emotions, right? And males that are married to these evil women, these women end up controlling them and run the family. And that's why the males, the boys, grow up to be just like the female, emotional and reactive, just like this female, because her feeling got hurt. And she took it up in her own hands to video this guy. She literally went in and do it. That's crazy,
making
right?
Examples out of people. Gen Z wants to be victims. They are the only generation of people that want to be victims.
I don't know about just Gen Z. I think everyone plays victim. The boomers, the millennium, even the beta babies that are just born. Especially women love to play victim.
Okay, she was looking for a moment. She wanted to be a victim, which is why she accused you of SA. First of all, it can't be assault if there was no touch involved.
Yeah.
The man is
So I
asleep, bro. Man is
don't even know where
asleep.
she got the assault part from. And then I see other Gen Zers like, okay, well, maybe it was an assault, but it was harassment. It's not harassment either. He was inside his home. She pushed the door open. She was told to leave that food at the door. Had she just left the food at the door and walked away, none of that would have ever happened. She would have never even seen that. I also see some Gen Zers on the internet saying, well, it was at least indecent exposure.
All right, hold on, because apparently, right? There's some. We're gonna stop that one right there, because apparently, right, there is some support for her. There's some support for her, and from what I can see, maybe it's not this one. It's another video. Did he did 3 videos on this? That's kind of crazy. So there's another video, right? There's another video. So there's one here. There's one there. There should be more. Oh, there's a lot of Kosh videos, bro. That's kind of crazy. And then there's another one here. I think it's this one.
You guys remember the DoorDash girl from none too long ago?
This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember,
This bitch is crazy, bro. That's ridiculous.
Defense attorney, specifically a public defender.
No, I'm good. I don't want to hear them talk, bro. Oh, is this the video? I'm looking for a video where the bunch of females like defending her, bro, which is ridiculous. I just found that crazy, right? But see, this was just a random stream, so I'm not like prepared with all the videos put together. But let me try and search for it, right? MTR DoorDash girl. Oh yeah, I think it's this
Prize
one.
victim. Well, this pathetic loser just showed up in court and just requested from the judge, hey, can we not allow cameras in the courtroom? And the judge replied.
The Oswego City judge allowing News Channel 9 to record the proceedings. The first look at 23-year-old Olivia Henderson outside her popular TikTok page.
Their house, their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on.
Oh, so this was a previous video that she recorded when she popped up at the door, and then she got back home and did a TikTok on it. Seems like it. Could be wrong,
And
but
laugh at that.
The Oswego City judge allowing News Channel 9 to record the proceedings. The first look at 23-year-old Olivia Henderson outside her popular TikTok page.
Their house, their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on the couch, indecently exposed to me.
This is her last post, published October 26th, 2 weeks after her now deleted video causing this controversy. Working as a driver for delivery service DoorDash, Henderson claimed she was dropping off a food order when through the customer's door, saw him on the couch naked. After posting her footage, she reported the incident to Oswego police as sexual harassment.
oh, she posted and then went and reported to the police. Interesting. So I think I may have watched a video of her, and the attorney breaking this case down, saying that Yeah, so she posted a video to get mixed reaction from her followers, and they kind of influenced her to go and press charges because they say it's sexual assault, all these kind of things, and I'm like, bro, that's ridiculous. Right?
Claims that she had made on social media after the fact were not in fact true.
Investigators determined the man, drunkenly unconscious on his couch, did nothing wrong. But he found out lewd images of him were published for thousands of TikTok users to see. So police criminally charged Henderson with 2 counts related
She's
to unlawful
23.
surveillance.
Interesting.
Court documents accuse her of recording, quote, intimate parts without consent when he had a reasonable expectation of privacy.
And to all those that have been supportive of me during this time, thank you so much.
For as talkative as she's been on TikTok until now, she had nothing to say while leaving the courthouse.
Of course, she had nothing to say. By the way, her getting a
That's crazy.
Nothing to say while leaving the courthouse.
Livy, do you want to say anything about what happened?
now, while most people agree that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so she popped up in court and she's like, you know, judge, jury, can we not have these cameras set up for you guys to cover this news? Because she knows she's going to be humiliated, right? Which is, I think, is fear. You play dumb game, you get dumb prizes, right? Right? You listen to the devil's gonna set you up and then he's gonna laugh at you at the end, right? Because you listen to the thought, you listen to your emotions, and this is what you get for it. Because you overreacted. Listen, she could have done 2 things. She already did one, you know? She recorded a guy because victim mentality, sexual assault, listen to female, they never lie, they tell the truth, right? Wrong. Because instruction, leave the food at the door. I just left the food at the door and be on my way. Right? But you want to snoop and want to peek around. You want to get views. You want to get validation. You want to feel like a victim. And a victim you are. Look at what you're getting for it. Which at least justice is being served. Right? Justice is being served right here and now. Regarding this case, right?
Bad for the DoorDash girl. I feel so bad for her.
And listen. Of course it's a black female. Dumb as they come, bro. But I want you guys to listen to what this dummy has to say, which is crazy, right? You have all of these people that are, oh yeah, defending her. Yes, she was sexually assaulted. And I'm like, how? Where? When? Like, are these people just that crazy into their thoughts and imagination? It's ridiculous. But let's check this out.
I already know people are going to be in the comments like, thank God, bitch, you're not a lawyer. Thank God you're not a judge, because
Good
what
point.
you're talking about,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
So she already knows. She already knows she's dumb and stupid, right?
No, you don't.
We all can agree what she did was legal.
What?
That's not even the question. What she did was illegal.
Illegal.
Recording somebody in that way is illegal, yes.
Okay, but
But I don't believe the intent behind what she did was malicious. And if her lawyer is smart, they will play up on emotion. And
this is ridiculous, right? I mean, alright, check this out. Maybe I should let the video fully played, but check this one out. If it was the other way around, I don't like doing if, but let's say there's a scenario where there's another way around where, listen, you know, the guy got the instruction, leave the food at the door, and the door is half open, and the lady's passed out with her pants and her knuckles, and she's half naked, drunk, passed out. And he went in there in video, all hell break loose, because all the entire internet will clobber this guy. They will be on this guy, say, how dare you went into this female house when the door is half open and the instruction said leave the food at the door. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're a predator. You're trying to rape her. All this kind of stuff. See what I'm saying? Because the hatred of man, the hatred of male is so prevalent, right? It's just out there in the world to just be down on men no matter what they do, even when they're in the right, even when the female is the one on the wrong, violating the male. Evil in this world will always try to destroy the male. Always, because males are the representation of the sons of God, right? Because we are sons of God. We are the leaders. We are the way for the Lord, right? But check this out.
How she felt during that time, yes.
How much more malicious can you get than posting someone's naked body on the internet?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
People do
you.
illegal
Revenge. But she painted herself like a picture, so it's not really revenge, it's narrative storytelling.
because how many times will we see people do illegal shit, but then you think to yourself, okay, but I get why they did that.
What?
The guy who shot the man who essayed his kid, yeah, that's illegal to shoot and kill somebody, but you just essayed my kid.
Are you trying to
I'm
equivalate
riled
this?
up emotion. I'm gonna do what I think feels best in this moment. I'm gonna take your life. Yeah. And when
Bro, what? I think I just lost some brain cells. Listen to
you think about
that.
it, like, yes, people like that will obviously still get charged because you're not right for what you did. But in my head, because I followed this whole thing from the start, she recorded, and she specifically stated she recorded because she had already done things the right way. She had already reported it to the police. She had already reported it to DoorDash. And
From what we get to understand, didn't she not post it and then went and reported to the police?
And the response
So?
was there was nothing that the police could do about any of it. And then DoorDash took down her account after reporting it. So her next best idea was to put this on the internet for public opinion. All I'm saying is, I ride for my girl. I ride for my girl. Is she still gonna go to jail? Is there a chance she's still gonna get a felony charge out of all of this? Possibly so. Possibly so.
But you
that
still
does
ride
not
for
mean what the guy did was right. That's all I'm gonna say.
What did
That's kind of crazy. I just want to point out, in the video she said if the attorney is smart and she's smart, you will use emotions, right? You will use emotion to control this case. And you know, if you're an emotional person, which most people are, right? You'll be easily manipulated and controllable, right? Because as a female, that's their superpower. They call it superpower, fake power, whatever you want to call it, right? Use emotions to manipulate and control you, because that's what she's telling the DoorDash girl to do, and the attorney to emotionally manipulate the court system to get their ways. So do you actually see how evil she know what she did was wrong? She knows, but she's still telling her use emotions to control and manipulate the board so you can get off easy. And women knows this. Women know how to manipulate and control because they're emotional. They're emotional creatures, and that's their only perceived power is to manipulate and control. They're deceitful. They're deceptive, and that's why I say they're evil. To get their own way, that's what they will do. And anyone that thinks about themselves and see themselves as a victim is a dangerous person. They will do whatever it takes to get their way because it's all about them. And because you think about yourself, you're going to go in your imagination, you're going to go in your thoughts, and the thoughts is going to feed you all of these imaginary things that you need to do to get the result that you want. But if you really think about it, you never get the result that you want when the thought tells you what to do. You know, you may get it sometime because the devil wants to keep a hold of you. You may get it sometime, but not all the time. Most of the time you will not, right? And that's how the devil keeps control over you. You know, it tells you what to do and you do it expecting an outcome, but you don't get the outcome. But guess what? Because you don't get the outcome, I mean, you will pray and say, God, help me with this, and you think you're doing the word of God. You think you're doing things that are of God, but really, you've been misled. You've been driven by evil, and the evil is going to set you up just so we can destroy. Set you up with a great idea for you to feel good about yourself. You judge yourself. You feel good. It's amazing, right? This plan is going to work. Da da da. You play. Now the day come, you did the plan. The outcome is not what you expected, and you judge yourself. Now you feel bad about yourself again. So the thoughts set you up so we can tear you down, for you to judge yourself, good or bad. And when the result is not what you wanted, you judge yourself even more. And then you judge yourself. Another thought comes around and it tells you what to do. And you're not realizing that you're trapped in a cycle. You're trapped in the imagination. You're one with evil and you're living a life of evil. And you think all of this idea and stuff you get, they're from God, and God is telling you to do this. But then you're like, God, why are you not helping me? Well, it was never from God in the beginning. It was evil because you're trying to live up to this idea, this imagination of things that thoughts are telling you. And God says, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways, right? Bring all thoughts into captivity. He tells you all of these things, but guess what? You listen to it and you drag on with it and you do what he tells you to do. And it keeps you in hell, right? Which is interesting. There's another girl here. I think there's a guy too. Should I respond? I think there's a guy. Where is it? We're gonna skip the girl. We're gonna go to the guy because I think the guy one is kind of ridiculous. It's so dumb. It's ridiculous.
Let's go.
Just because the DoorDash girl was arrested, it doesn't mean that you're right. Just because you're on the side of the law, it doesn't mean you're on the side of justice. The girl was flashed and she recorded that. Should she have posted it on the internet?
Bro, is this guy real?
That's likely what she's getting arrested for.
Where did they get this idea that the girl was flashed, bro? Where did these ideas come from? The thoughts, the imagination. It clearly shows that she went there, put the food down, and she went and videoed him. Where did the guy flash her? Where? So the imagination is telling you that she was flashed, but really the guy was lying there drunk. And he ordered food and he passed out, right? So where did the idea come from saying that she was flashed? That's kind of crazy, right?
However, should she have been flashed? And if she had not
flashing requires action. The
Buddy.
man did not do an
action. Went to the police.
Her.
Taking that evidence, would she have been able to get any justice at all? If she went to the
It's a mama's boy, right? He's emotional. He's judgmental. It's ridiculous.
Police without a video, nothing would have happened. She went to the internet without a video, nothing would have happened. So yes, this is a victim being suppressed. Everybody's acting like, oh, this is not victim suppression. She just broke the law. What?
Where's this young man?
It's not victim. It's kind of crazy, right? Because it reminds me of the left, right? It reminds me of the left when they talk about illegal aliens and you know and due process and to send them back home and all of these things, right? Which to me is crazy because they broke the law to come in the country. Why do you deserve due process? Right? You broke the law. You're illegal, right? And now it's the same thing. There's really no difference, right? Because he's saying, listen, she's a victim that is being suppressed. Even though she broke the law, you know, what she did was right. Even though she broke the law, which is kind of ridiculous. Listen, we need to come to America. How do we come to America? Or Canada? We're not gonna wait in line and wait on the system to grant us the permit or whatever to enter the country. No, we need it now. and we're just gonna cross the borders. We're just gonna come over because we're entitled to your land. You know, we're entitled to your land, and yeah, we're entitled to your land, and we're just gonna break the law and come over. Now you got caught. You broke the law. Now we're gonna send you back. No, we're supposed to have due process, but you broke the law. Come in. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. She broke the law and record this guy who didn't follow instruction, went into his house, post a video of him all over the internet, and you're gonna say she's a victim? Yeah, she's a victim of what do you call it? She's a victim of believe all women. That's for sure. She's a victim of feminism. She's a victim of children of the lies. She's a victim. Yes, she's a victim of her own self. Because she's trying to validate herself, which is evil. Because to validate yourself, you have to actually think about yourself, right? You have to actually think about yourself. And when you think about yourself, all the thoughts, the imagination give you all of these ideas. Because you're trying to live up to something. You're trying to be someone or something or someone. This was just the greatest opportunity for her to play victim, right? And look at what the overreaction have done to her. Probably will land her in jail.
Victim suppression. She just broke the law. What?
Where's this young man's
This
father?
is a victim being suppressed. Because she told her story and she had the evidence, and because she has the evidence, that is what is illegal. But if she...
Bro, what? You know what? She do have the evidence, but the evidence is against herself, which is the evidence that she captured was to, you know, put out there on the internet for her own, you know, defense, right? Whatever. But she shows the evidence, and the evidence points against her. She overreacted, took a video, and the same video is the evidence that they need to prosecute her, because she thought about herself, because she feels some type of way about the guy leaving his door half open and lying naked on his couch, bro. Like fully naked, but you know, wherever his pants were joined down to, past that, right? She felt some type of way, and the thoughts tell her, listen, this guy disrespected him. All this feminist thing flashing her head, right? To do all of these crazy things to protect herself. But she overreacted. That's all she did. She overreacted. And look at where she is now.
Did not have the evidence, nobody would listen to her.
Wow.
Nobody would have watched her TikTok.
Bro, she still have the evidence, and no one is listening to her because she's stupid, right? She's dumb.
Damn sure wouldn't have gave a damn. DoorDash wouldn't have gave a damn. The lady was flashed. And we can argue all day about if she should have taken the video or not, but she wouldn't have had the evidence if she didn't take the video. And the man that pressed charges against her didn't want to be seen as an S offender. But that's what you are when you indecently expose yourself.
Whoa. Who said?
That's kind of crazy, bro. That's why. But you know what? I have some follow video that actually plays well into this. They're all over the place. So let me see if I can find them, right? We were just talking about the immigrants, which, you know, how this guy is literally saying the same thing. Like, immigrants, you know, no, they should be here. The illegal ones, of course, right? The illegal ones, right? He's saying, listen, they needed somewhere to go. Even though they break the law, you know, they are being suppressed because we don't want to hear their reason for breaking the law, right? Bro, you entered the country illegally. The girl committed a crime. She went into the person's house, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. All because, oh, I feel bad for her. She was sexual. Where was she sexually assaulted? Where did she got flashed? I don't see it. All I see is a girl that did delivery, and you know, she got emotional and she went and videoed the guy for her own selfish reasons, right? Because she felt like a victim, and a victim is a dangerous person, right? And here we have this other video. Is this the video?
ميجا عبسي بالودار ويا بين وردتك نوع.
I don't want to read what this guy's saying, bro. There's another video, right, of this Somalian guy. Talking about, he's talking about Americans working for him, right? I have it somewhere in a clip for sure. It's just, I got so much clips where he's talking about, right, Americans and white people working for him. Why staying home collecting money, right? And I'm like, this is interesting, right? This is interesting that these people, they don't love America, right? They're here to drain your money. They're here to drain your money and destroy you, right? That's why they're here. They're not here to add to the economy. Because if you love America, right? If you love America, wouldn't you want America to, or Canada? Wouldn't you want these countries to be like thriving countries? You come here, you know, the country is thriving, right? But you're like, no, I don't want to work. I want to stay home and get benefits, get all this free stuff. And then you feel so entitled, you want to make a video about it. See if I can pull this video. Is it not on YouTube? Pretty sure it's on this guy's page. Pretty sure that's where I saw it. Let me just check. Oh, here it is.
Watch this.
So, this guy, he's a Somalian guy, right? Right? And this is what he has to say. And this is in Canada. Wow, it's in Canada.
Watch this.
You work all fucking day. You don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all day. Free. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Yeah. Go to work.
No, EBT's in the state, right?
For me, you fucking white animals. Fucking work for me. Yeah, you fucking work for me. And the U.S. government they work for me. All of you work for me. Now go to work. Pay them taxes. Take care of me and my people. Right? This is my land. I control this place. This is my reality. You all gonna be enchained. I'm gonna lock all you guys up if you don't pay your taxes.
This is hilarious because it's absolutely true.
I mean, I can't tell if the guy is, you know, he's being funny or he really thinks this way. I don't know, you know, because the internet it's really not a real place, if you know what I'm saying. There's some good stuff on the internet that are, you know, good for people, right? But then comes around these dumb things, right? Where people are saying things like, listen, you know, you dumb white people, or whatever he said. Go work for me and pay me and get my EBT full and fill and while I stay home, and all of these things. And I'm like, you know what? This is just so interesting that people are so easily rage bait, right? Because he's just looking for a reaction. He's really just looking for a reaction. That's all he's doing. He's not only is he playing you about, he looks Somalian. Not only he's playing off the narrative that's happening right now regarding Somalians in the United States and illegal aliens all over Europe, Canada, the States, Australia. I mean, he's just he's looking for his come up, right? That's what I'm thinking. He's looking for his come up, and he's using this as a way to build himself up, like get views, get reaction, rage bait you to be angry and react to him. He's evil. There's nothing good about this guy, right? He's not here. I mean, he's spitting some truth here that a lot of people are sitting at home getting their EBT fill, while working class people like us, we're going there working, paying our tax, because listen, we love this country. We want to live in a country that we're able to enjoy things. We're able to live with one another, right? And be happy, right? But guess what? These people are not like the hardworking people that came here legally, and what do you call it? They embrace the culture. You embrace the land. You don't even have to embrace the culture, but you embrace the land of opportunity, a land for you to like get a better opportunity from where you're from, because the founder have made a great country for us to prosper and be able to make money. Like, he's on the internet voicing his opinion, because can you imagine him back in Somalia on the internet voicing his opinion? They would go get him, just like what we're seeing in the UK. He's Muslim and he's Somalian, but guess what? In great America and Canada, you're allowed to voice your opinion. Free speech, right? Free country. You should be able to criticize the government, even if you're wrong or right on the government. You're allowed to, right? But guess what? In the UK, you can't now, because it's a Muslim country, which is kind of crazy. They're not free speech anymore if you criticize their country or their leader or their prime minister, which is Muslim, or whoever, or you post something on the internet that might not be hate, but because the people reading your comment has hate in it, they accumulate it or attribute it to their hatred and their perspective, their interpretation, because it's from the imagination, it's from thought, it's not the truth. They're not having a way to see, right? They say it's hate and they come after you, even though it's true. Like the Somalian, like the Muslim, they need to go back to their country. They can't assimilate in your country, and they have reason why. I got proof, and I will show it to you, right? But what this guy was saying. But what this guy was saying, that, listen, you're going to work and you're working for me. It is true, but it's also a rage bait, because he's looking for a reaction. Do you have peace? Do you have peace? You just watch this guy, and you realize, like, wish him well, because he can't see. He can't see, and he's driven by evil. And it's not that it's okay. It's just that you can see, right? And these people are, and a lot of white too, a lot of Americans, right? And when the time comes, we'll touch on that topic, but we're on here now, right? This guy has no love. He has no love in him. Let me put him up so you guys see. He has no love. He has no love. All he has inside of him is hatred, right? Because he hates the white people. He tell you to go work for him while he stays at home, and you fill his EBT, and you pay your taxes. And the government, and it's funny because I don't know if he came in under Trump or whatever, if this guy was born here, whatever was the case, right? The government doesn't even love their country, bro. The only person I see that I can say love their country is Trump. Because Trump, he's doing some great stuff, man. I mean, he still need, not everything, but he still needs to deport these people, bro. He needs to deport them because they're crazy. These people are crazy, bro. They're not going to do nothing for your economy. They're going to come sit down and get the taxpayer money to spend, and while they spend it, they're going to hate on you. And it's just so ridiculous. It just makes no sense, right? They're not adding. They don't love them. They don't love the country. Because if they love the country, they would want to help continue the country to grow, right? That's just how I see it, right? And like I said, I got proof that these people, they don't love Canada or America because, watch this, right? I just have to find the clip. There's so much clip, it's ridiculous. Not that one. Not that one. There's a thing regarding France, Germany, and Australia, right? That's what I want to report in, because if you remember, there was some shooting in Australia not too long ago, right? There was a big shooting in Australia. But before I even touch on the Australian news, right, I want to show you this clip, which is, where is it? It might be a YouTube clip, that's why I can't find that. Bear with me, guys. Complicated business. Is it this? Oh, that's X. That's X. And I wasn't like fully prepared for this stream. I just jumped up. Oh, here we go. I just jump up. I'm like, yo, let's do a stream.
Beautiful.
It's Christmas, right? I'm chilling. Merry Christmas to all the folks. You know, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I may not celebrate it like how everyone else does it, but I wish you guys happy holidays. So we got this clip, right? This clip is interesting.
A beautiful and spectacular event, and it has all been canceled because the French government can no longer keep its own people safe from potential radical Islamic terrorists that they have welcomed into their country. Think about that. France has let in so many Middle East and North African migrants that they can no longer assemble in crowds. We're watching one of the most beautiful countries and cultures in the world commit suicide, and this threat has now spread all over the West. This is not singular to Australia or France. It is everywhere now, including in Germany, where many are too scared to go to the country's many famous Christmas markets because they are now so dangerous. They're such a target for radical Islamists. Take a listen to the details from this report.
Terrorists have struck 7 European Christmas markets since 2014, 3 in France and 4 in Germany, all carried out by men of Muslim or Middle Eastern backgrounds. Authorities arrested 5 men suspected of planning attack number 8 in Germany last week. One of them, a Muslim cleric from a German mosque who urged his followers to kill as many people as possible.
Yeah. Attack number 8 foiled. There was another attack in Poland.
Bro, that's crazy. I want you guys to understand how crazy this is actually. Right?
On a Christmas market foiled as well. The one in Germany, a Muslim cleric that left Egypt to move to Germany, moving to a country which tolerantly allows him to work at a mosque, to have a mosque. And what does he do when he gets to Germany and he's saved by the West? He begins indoctrinating other Muslims to murder as many Christians as they possibly can. Going to a German Christmas market at this point is a bit like playing Russian roulette. Is today the day that one of our asylum seekers living off our tax dollars is going to plow his car through this market and kill 20 of us? We don't know. In Australia, where 16 were murdered on a beach this past Sunday, Many say that they have felt the threats skyrocket as their own government imported tens of thousands of migrants from Muslim countries. The Muslim population doubling in a decade in Australia. The left-wing Prime Minister of Australia, the Labor Party, a country that has the strictest gun laws in the world already, just wants to add more gun laws, light a candle, and move on.
Light a candle, put it in their front window tonight at 6:47 p.m. to show that
light a candle and put at your window, okay?
Light will indeed defeat darkness. We will I'll take to National Cabinet this afternoon a proposal to empower agencies to examine what can be done in this area.
Being led by people that couldn't care less if you live or die, completely detached from reality, politically correct nonsense, a beautiful and
I mean, man, listen. You can sit here and blame the government all you want. Yes, the government is a problem. The government is a problem. They brought in these Muslim people that hate you. But doesn't the government hate you as well? The government are bringing in people that don't love the country, right? And you're blaming it all on the government, saying, listen. Wait, what? I can't access my message, my thing anymore. You're saying, listen, right? The government brought in all of these people that don't love your country. And they can care less about you dying or living. But guess what? When you die, they're going to light a candle out the window, you know, show their support, whatever. A light in the dark, whatever statement that this guy made. Because I kind of phased out when this guy was talking. I'm like, what is this guy even talking about, bro? Right? Stupid, right? Your so-called government is implementing more gun laws. The strict, like the reporter said, the most strict place regarding gun laws, right? The most strict place regarding gun laws. But guess what? How many Australians have been killed? 16, if I remember correctly, right? I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Guess what they're gonna do again? Blame it on the guns. They're gonna blame it on the guns, right? They're not blaming it on the people that the government let in your country. These Muslim, these radical people that have no love for you, right? They're not blaming it on those people. It's the guns. Guns are the problem. How do you guys not realize that guns are the problem? And even though we have the best strict gun laws, guns are still a problem. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all, because the gun can be just sitting here lying my desk, and the gun is not really the problem. The gun is not the problem. It's lying here and it's not doing anything. But as soon as someone that is evil pick up the gun becomes a problem. So is it the gun the problem, or the persons, or the people, or the citizens, or the immigrants, or the illegal immigrants? Are them the problem, or is it still the guns, right? Come on, people. Let's think here. Let's have some critical thinking here. If at least we can see the truth, let's have some critical thinking here. Because just because you can think critical too doesn't mean it's the truth, right? It's so funny how it works, right? You just have to have a way to see. Listen when people talk, you know? And it might be, you know, don't listen all the time when people talk, but when it's necessary, I really pay attention. But when this guy was talking, he was just saying a bunch of jibble-jabble shit. I'm like, makes no sense. Because I know what he was saying was a lie already. I'm like, what? Okay, right? So now, we're going to, you know...
Breaking news out of Sydney, Australia, where two terrorists killed...
I want a great report on this, what happened in Australia, so you guys can see the craziness that's going down over there, bro. Even with their crazy gun laws, right? Because it shows that no matter how much gun laws you have, just like Canada want to do a buyback program of guns. Oh, so the law-abiding citizens, you know, listen, they're gonna bring their guns. They're gonna bring back their guns, buyback gun program, and they're giving you 1 year to do it. It's not like they're saying, oh, if you want to, you can. No, they're giving you a year, because after, listen, it's gonna be a crime. It's a crime, and we can't enforce the police to come to your house and arrest you. Are the criminals gonna bring back their guns? When you have mass shooting and there's a good citizen that possibly could have a firearm to protect, at least take down one of these guys. But guess what? 16 lives were lost, if I'm correct. 16, right? You're telling me if a law-abiding citizen had a gun, he couldn't have shot one of them? To protect 16 people from dying? Oh, no, listen, we need gun laws. We need to buy back your guns. We need to protect you as a government. The government, they don't even care, brother. They just want control. So you're telling me Australia is becoming I don't know if Australia is a communist country. I really don't know. I've never really looked into Australia like that. But I think they lean more left, right? Because they're all in this feminist movement and all of this cabal of dumb stuff, right? So let's see here. This is TikTok, right? Where's the unmute button? So apparently this is, you know, a clip of masked gunmen open fire at Bondi Beach during Jewish holiday. So not only what is a Jewish holiday called? Kwanzaa or something like that? So Muslim guys, right? Bondi Beach, Jewish festival. Listen, what could actually cause these guys to go at a Jewish festival and just kill people? What could cause them to go and do this, right? Thoughts, imagination, hatred. This is just hatred, pure hatred. Because guess what? Think to yourself. Think to yourself as an individual, right? You've been angry at people before. You've been mad at them, right? You may not act on the thought that it tells you to go puncture their tires, kill them, set them up, talk smack about them. Just something. The thought wants you to do something because that person make you feel some type of way, right? They make you feel angry. They make you feel bad about yourself. They disrespected you. How can they talk to you like that, right? How can they disrespect your God? How can they disrespect your Bible, your Quran, your whatever the Jewish Bible is called? I have no idea, right? Whatever. Right? How can they do all of these things? How can they disrespect your family, your people, your children, whoever? How can they do this to you, right? Not realizing that you're blaming them for what's happening inside of you because you have anger and you have hatred and you're the one that judged them. They may not even think this, and they may do, which they're evil. But right, they're the one. You're having a perceived imagination, thought of what they're thinking of you. Well, it may not be what they're thinking of you, or it may be, right? But it's all thought, it's all imagination, it's all made up. And now they hurt your feelings, whatever they did say, whatever they did do, whatever they text or talk or mention about you. Now you get these type of feelings about it, right? And you judge them. And they may not even said anything, but because of history and past trauma that's been passed down from generation between clans and community or whatever, you judge them based off what they did in the past, which is ridiculous because you need to live here now in the present so you can see how to do things differently. But guess what? you're caught up in the history, you're caught up in the thoughts, the imagination, the past, and you judge these people and you get a feeling about it, and that feeling that you get, it tells you to go do this. You may, like I said, you may have had this with your friends, family, or whatever, and the thought tells you to defend yourself. It tells you to do all of these things to them, but you may not have do it. But these guys are following their thought, their God, their belief, right? And this is what they want to do. But let's watch this video. That's crazy.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Dónde? Alicia, escucha, Alicia, porque me pasa algo. Algo está pasando, pero no sé qué.
You know the funniest thing that I just realized, that the Muslim, you know, they talk about Hitler. A lot of people don't like Hitler because he wanted to exterminate the Jews or whatever. I really don't know the history because history is not something I'm really into, but whatever, you know, Hitler, they wanted to annihilate the Jews, eliminate them, destroy them, right? A lot of people hate Hitler, right? But if you realize, how different are these males from Hitler? They want to kill, and there's Muslim, because we know the Muslim have hate to the Jews, and you might say the Jews have hatred to the Muslims. That might be true. Some of them might do, actually, when you think about it, right? But what is the difference between the Muslims and Hitler? Really, what's the difference? There's really no difference, right? Because they are controlled by evil. They're all controlled by evil, which is crazy. There's really no difference, right? You hate what you become, which is kind of crazy, bro. What you hate, you become what you hate. So here we have a video of a so-called hero, right? I don't think there's no such thing called an hero, but we got one right here, right? We got one here on Instagram, where heroic male disarmed Australian gunman and saved multiple lives, right? Multiple lives. So let's check this video.
Oh! Ça merde! Oh mon gros! Oh! Ouais, mais il y a son pote, il va se faire tirer dessus. Il est trop con, le mec qui a l'arme.
Is that the other one over there?
Le mec est hyper courageux. Oh. Hey, il y en a un, il est en dessous du bridge.
Oh, is those the other guys?
Fuck yeah!
Interesting, alright?
Breaking news out of Sydney, Australia, where 2 terrorists killed 12 people at the Bundy
12
Beach
people.
Hanukkah event. Watch this video. It took the Australian police 12 minutes to get to the scene and neutralize these guys. Breaking news out of Sydney, Australia, where 2 terrorists killed 12 people at the Bundy.
And apparently, you know, the heroic male that disarmed the terrorist attacker, he's Muslim, apparently. I could be wrong, right? Apparently, right? Like, that's good. That's good, right? But is it? Is it good? I don't know. Would I have done it? I don't know. I'm not in that situation to know what I would do. I have to be in the situation. A long gun like that? Maybe. Who knows, right? I don't know. I have to have a way to see about these things, man, you know? I have a way to see. But why bring these people that can't assimilate into your country? Why do it? It just makes no sense, right? Jews are here. Muslims are here. It's gonna be a war-friend country, America and Canada. If you guys don't do something about it, that's for sure. It's gonna become a mess. It's already a mess. It's gonna be more mess, right? And it's Christmas time, you know, white people, Canadians, Americans, they celebrate their Christmas holidays, you know. We celebrate our Christmas holidays. But I got a video for you. I got a video for you.
Oh my God.
I got a video for you, right? Why I show you that? These people, all they do is hate. It's really, they have no love, actually. They really have no love. Muslims, they have really no love when you actually think about it. And this video is a proof of that, right? And I'll show you why.
You look so cute. Right here. Okay. MashaAllah. Adorable.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you guys celebrating Christmas?
Sure are.
Beautiful lights, Christmas vibes, it's the best. You do know by celebrating Christmas, you're agreeing that Allah has a son, right? Dad? Is that true?
No, baby, that's not our intentions. So it's okay to celebrate it. Don't listen to her. She's being extreme.
Actually, by participating in this holiday, you're accepting that Allah was born today. But Dad, that's totally haram.
Unbelievable. Why you gotta make Islam so difficult, huh? It's like everything is haram with you guys. Can't I just have a day where I take my kid out, we celebrate by opening some gifts? I mean, what's the harm in that?
I'm glad you asked.
Baby, help me with the Eid decorations.
Yeah, right. I'm done with this!
Whoa.
At this point, celebrating these holidays isn't even about, is it haram? It's about putting your Islamic identity in danger. Dad, Allah's blessed us with Islam. And honestly, that's all we need.
You got that right.
Now you get it. Dad, let's get out of here.
Good idea.
May Allah bless you. Bye.
Oh my God, you look so...
I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? I think that video is crazy. The reason why is because at the end, you know, it's not your Islamic identity. If you participate in these Western, you know, holidays celebrating, you're saying Allah has a son, right? You're saying Allah has a son. So are they saying that, I don't know who Allah is in these people's religion. I really don't know, and I don't even think I care to know. Allah is their God, right? I think that's what they call God, Allah, right? And there's this guy that they call the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, Prophet Muhammad, right? Brought them this prophet. So if you're celebrating Christmas, you're saying Jesus is God's son, right? Don't they say they're brothers of Christian because they see Jesus as a prophet? So doesn't that mean Jesus is God's son? So you guys don't believe that? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, right? And you're saying that Islam is your identity. which is a problem, right? If Islam is your identity, then you're telling me that you're evil. You're telling me that you're evil. You're telling me, like, listen, I identify, this is my identity, right? And I'm gonna follow the book of the Islam identity, just like how the Christians follow the follow the Bible. It tells me they're evil, right? They don't know God, they don't know Jesus, and all they're doing is having this identity that they think God is, or Jesus is, or Allah is, or Muhammad is, and they're trying to live up to it, right? They're trying to live up to this identity that they have identified with. And everything that comes from that identity is evil. Because it's just an imagination, it's just an illusion that you're trying to live up to. But you can never live up to it, because how can you live up to an illusion, right? And it tells me that you've made these people your God. You've made Jesus your God. You've made God your God. You've made Allah or Muhammad your God. Whatever you want to call it. You've made them your God. Which God should be God, because he should be your God. But this identity and thoughts and imagination that you're writing a book about them, and you're trying to live up to it, it's all evil. It's just all imagination, right? And that separates you from God, because that way you will never know God, because you're holding on to these intellectual knowledge and identity that you think you should live up to, right? And because someone celebrate another holiday that you don't celebrate, you judge them for it. You judge them for what they're celebrating, right? With no understanding, none whatsoever, right? And listen, can you blame these people? I mean, you're old enough to overcome your hell now, right? But guess what? The Father, which is in hell, is raising his kids to be in hell with him, because devil loves company, evil loves company, right? And because of that, guess what? The kids grew up to be just like the parents. Then Jesus tell the Pharisees something like, listen, you have this acolyte and you raise him up and bring him up. You yourself, the Pharisees, you're clean outside, but inwardly you're dirty. You preach and talk these nice things, but you never enter within, right? And when you get this acolyte, you make him worse and more evil than you are, right? And when Jesus was talking about go forth and bear fruit and go for it and bear fruit, something, listen, I can't remember the Bible, bro. I don't try to remember it, but he said something about go for it and bear fruit or something like that. This is what he's talking about. Not just your children, but other people in general, like the Muslim, they're, what do you call it? They're influencing their people and other people with evil. So they're evil, and this acolyte or disciple that they're taking on, they make them twice as evil as themselves, right? So yeah, the father here is no better, because he's raising his children to be as evil or more evil than him, right? Because you're judging people for celebrating Christmas. You say celebrating that God has a son, right? That's what he's saying. But doesn't God has a son, right? And are we not all sons of God? Right? Aren't we all sons of God? We were made in the image of God. So does not make us sons of God? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. He's the Father. So if he's the Father, what does that make us? Sons and daughters of God? Wouldn't that make more sense, right? But and the funniest thing, they come to a country where they can have their mass, have their prayer time out in public, and it's just ridiculous. But yet you in your own country, you can't celebrate Christmas. You can't. But they bring their belief to your Western country. They can pray out on black traffic. They can pray to the Father, bow their heads how many times a day, right? That their Quran told them to, right? But in your own country, you can't celebrate Christmas. Which now becomes, it's going to be an identity politics thing in the future, which makes no sense. But I can see why that's going to happen, right? I can see why, right? They judge you. And who's worse? The judgee or the judge or the judgee, right? The people are celebrating whatever. They understand. They may not even know what they're doing. They may not even know, right? But you play the big bad God. I am God. I know the truth. The Bible, the Quran says this, right? So it must be true. The Bible says this too, so it must be true, right? But really, are you even reading the Bible and letting God show you what it's truly about? Or are you just reading it and you're interpreting it yourself because the devil in your mind, you're eating from the knowledge, that you're eating from the tree of good and knowledge, and in that time you're reading it, your mind is telling you what it means. But it really doesn't mean what it means because you have been indoctrinated to think and to thought, because you yourself, as Adam and Eve did, ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Really, right? So they think they're better than Christians. They think they're better than white people. They think they're better than the West because they're not celebrating Christmas. They're not celebrating your pagan holiday. That's what they call it, right? I just have no opinion about it, right? That's what they call it. So who is actually right and who's actually wrong? The ones that are doing it without knowing what they're doing, and because they have some knowledge or some understanding. I don't know if they have understanding, but they have some knowledge, right, from their Quran saying you don't supposed to do this, it's pagan. If you do this, you're gonna throw away your belief, your identity from Islam. Who's right? Right? They think they're better. They're judging you, think they're better than you, when really they're wrong, right? Because if you judge, you have hatred, and anyone that have hatred is evil, because they're of their father, the devil, right? So not only that they're judging you, they're evil because the judgment comes from the mind, the tree of good and evil. You think you know good and evil. You think you know right from wrong. You think you know. But when you think, that's the problem. Because you're thinking you know. And after yourself, you can do nothing. Your thoughts are not your own thoughts. Bring our thoughts into captivity. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. So how do you know the truth? When you're judging and think you're better than people because you know the truth, right? It's kind of ridiculous to me. That's just what I'm saying. And you come to a country where you can openly practice your own religion. Go to a Muslim country and openly disrespect their traditions and stuff and see how that goes, right? But they can do it here because We're not judging. We understand. But because we love you and we understand, we're going to send you back to your country. I think that's the best thing to do because that's actually love. That's understanding. We're going to send you back. And that's just what it is, right? People will say that that's not love, but that's actually love. There's no feeling involved. There's no judgment involved. It's just understanding. And we understand. I mean, I understand, right? And you can't even celebrate Christmas in your own country anymore, right? You can't. And I will show you why. Because the Muslim has judged you. The Islamic belief people, they have judged you. And they deem you not worthy of God. Because they're God. They're playing God, right? They're playing God. You are not worthy. You're evil. That's what they say. You're evil. Right? Watch this. When was this? A day ago. Jihadists burned Christmas tree in the UK. They set it on fire, bro. You're not even safe in your own country anymore. Can you believe that? Man, if you're in here, like the video, man. Like the video because this is some amazing. This is amazing Christmas tree, right? They burn your tree down. Right?
I'm going to say a couple of words.
Right? Mexican immigrant living in America says everything about Mexico is better. I find that video so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's crazy, right? But we're gonna pull it up because I'm gonna show you why bitches. I'm gonna show you why females should just shut up, bro. They should just stop talking, bro.
And invest.
Because sometimes
you've said things like black women are biologically different than white women.
Oh, I want to hear that too because I didn't fully finish listening to that, right? And also, we got some news about the Call of Duty developer. You know, he crashed. He died in his Ferrari, or is it a Ferrari? Something like that, right? But before we get to that story, we want. There's a clip here of Ilhan Omar, right? The lady allegedly she married her brother to get to the United States, and then she divorced him. Right? She divorced him. But check this out first. Muslims surround the Brussels Christmas market. Christian children cry and family flees. Right? This is what is happening to your Western country because you have no love. Western people have no love. They do things out of guilt, resentment, and hatred. And this is the outcome that you will get because you put in this government. Oh Lord, that have no love either. They don't even love you. They're just in there for themselves. Watch this. Does he say shame on you? You know the funniest thing, people can't even enjoy the holidays, bro. Imagine, bro, you know you work all year Now you want to, enjoy the holidays with your family. Take them to a Christmas tree event, a Christmas event, market. It's Christmas time, family thing, right? And here comes these Islamic people, right? Here come these Islamic people, bro, chanting, "Shame on you. You're enjoying your Christmas holidays, right?" And they come and they infringe on your holiday. It's like you can't have nothing anymore. Anything you do is considered a sin, right? To even celebrate the Christmas holidays, right? But yet, they are allowed. And now I can see that Christians, so-called Christians, right? The Muslims will be praying on the street, and they'll walk up to them and be like, "No, you can't do it here. Get out of here." And they will want to fight them, right? They want to fight them. But still, you're allowed to pray and have your mosque in this Western country that you don't like. So are you telling me that the Christians and the non-believer of your belief, they should protest at your church, protest and stop you from praying? I mean, you shouldn't be praying in the streets. You shouldn't be doing that. I mean, you just shouldn't. It just makes no sense, right? You're looking for admirers. You're looking to be praised. You're looking to be validated. You're looking for validation from man. You're looking to be seen, which really just make no sense, right? Because that's not how you're supposed to pray, right? It's just not how you're supposed to pray. Whatever, right? But you're telling me these Christians, these non-believers of your Islamic belief, they should come and protest and chant while you're doing your thing as well, because you're in a country of free speech. You're allowed to have your religion, and that's the thing, right? They're using the West freedom of speech to gain power. That's what they're doing. It's ridiculous, right? But as a true Christian and a person that realized that the Muslims, they're judgmental. They're just driven by evil. There's nothing good about them, bro. There's nothing good about them. So I'm thinking, as a true Christian, you understand and you see what's happening, and you have love for these Muslim people. Even though they're evil, we're still going to love them, because the new commandment, love your enemy. Or it says, love your neighbors and love your enemies how you would like to be loved, or something along those lines. We're going to love you. And now we're going to show you love because we understand, because we truly understand. We will send you back to your country. The so-called country that you love and you're running from and you're fleeing from, that you can't protest in, we're going to send you back. Because you're coming here and you're taking this free speech, you're taking it for granted, you're using it as power, which you're using it. It's just like a female mentality, right? It's a female mentality. Manipulation and control. And most male has this too, because they are being raised by their mothers. And I'm pretty sure in the Muslim community, they are being raised by their mothers. The father is around, but they're weak, right? Even though they think they're the man of the house, I'm strong, I'm da-da-da-da, you're not. You're weak. You're so weak, it's ridiculous. Because you have fear. Anyone that has fear is weak, right? So that's happening. And the West is just... The West has no love either when I think about it, right? And there was another thing going on in Canada. Let's see if I can pull it up. There's another thing happening in Canada. Let's see if I can pull it up. Right? Is this the house? I think this is the house. London couple, right?
Along Chiddington Avenue.
I think this is the house here in Canada, right? Let's check it out and see.
Along Chiddington Avenue in South London, you can catch a glance of just about every face associated with Christmas cheer. Nearly 50 blow-up characters and 10,000 lights decorate this ranch home. Behind it all are Dan Boyce and his wife Pam. But to neighbors, they are more commonly known as
the Griswolds,
which is, of course, a nod to the famous character in Christmas Vacation, where the main character, Clark, gets into Christmas hijinks in a number of places, including his roof. Thankfully, Dan had much greater success.
Pam, my wife, she gets nervous. When I'm up there, she stays inside. She's scared that I'm going to fall one of these years.
But the rest of the time, Pam is active in the festive fun. The couple allocates the equivalent of 2 weeks each year to the display. While many admire their efforts, others wonder if they're off their Christmas rocker.
Absolutely. We are Christmas crazy.
Now, this labor of Christmas lights love is 11 years in the making, and over that time, hundreds of dollars and lots of non-perishable food items have been donated to the London Food Bank. Since COVID, donations have...
Is this the clip? It doesn't seem like this is a clip. I don't think that's the clip. In Canada, decoration being destroyed. Oh, here we go. This is the clip. This is the clip. That's all I'm looking for. So here we go.
A doorbell camera captures masked vandals destroying an inflatable Christmas display in front of a Scarborough family's home.
People drive by, they stop their car, and they get out, take pictures, and I just assumed it was one of those. Suddenly, my son, shouts that, no, they're popping the inflatables.
One of the suspects appears to be armed with a hammer. It happened early Sunday morning, and within a minute, the massive inflatable display that has been a tradition for Scott Patrick Quinn and his family for nearly a decade was destroyed.
But there is Eddie to Rudolph.
Just hours after he put the finishing touches on this year's display.
And when we came outside, we saw that they had catastrophically destroyed every single one of the inflatables. Devastated, angry, really just at a complete loss of understanding as to why anyone would do this.
Patrick Quinn describes it as a labor of love for his family and community. An inflatable display that included a 20-foot Santa, Rudolph and Frosty, and has grown every year.
Probably takes about 25, 30 hours to get this thing set up. Let's make it awesome, and let's give all the kids in the neighborhood something to come to.
At this point, police haven't released any details about the suspects, but say if caught, they would face mischief charges.
They took away something that represented a neighborhood tradition.
His neighbors and strangers are now rallying behind him.
We were all very sad and devastated to hear the news. My kids were just there the night before.
And while this has left his family shaken, Patrick Quinn says he won't be deterred.
We're going to see if we can get it up and get it together.
Did you say it left his family?
Patrick Quinn says he won't be.
Kids were just there the night before.
And while this has left his family shaken, Patrick Quinn says he won't be deterred.
We're going to see if we can get it up and get it together. Most of these are beyond repair.
A local retailer has offered to replace the vandalized inflatables.
We can't let people who are trying to destroy joy, we can't let them win.
Mike Walker, CTV News.
I mean, I want to know what you guys think about this situation, right? Let me know. Put your what you think in the comment section below, because like I said, right, there's a lot of people in your country now that doesn't celebrate Christmas, right? They hate it. They hate it with a passion. I don't know why, but I mean, I guess I know why, but really, it just doesn't make any sense, right? And we're gonna jump into a clip, and it's regarding immigrants and illegal aliens, right? And I think my friend, one of my friends, sent me this clip.
Elon Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little shoe, the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch. She's always complaining.
Nice.
She comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing. They have no police. They police themselves. They kill each other all the time. I love it. She comes to our country, and she's always complaining about the Constitution allows me to do this. We ought to get her the hell out. She married her brother in order to get in, right? She married her brother. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Beautiful. She's a beautiful person. If I married my sister to get my citizenship, do you think I'd last for about 2 hours, or would it be something less than that?
You'd be gone, Trump.
Her brother.
Trump would be gone like the wind.
To get in. Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out. Throw her the hell out. She does nothing but complain.
Nice.
They're to get them the hell out of here. They hate our country. And she hates our country. And her friends hate our country. And AOC hates our country. They all do.
I mean, can I disagree with him? Maybe. But everything you just said is true. Everything you just said is true. They hate your country. They hate your country, bro. They hate your country. Right? And then I saw this popped up, right? How old is this kid, bro? A 8-year-old girl, bro. 8. She's 8, bro. And you want to hear what she has to say? Tell me, see how the parents, they're growing their kids up with hatred, bro. The parents are growing their kids up with hatred. Didn't the Bible say, parents, how to grow your kids? Wait, let me pull this up real quick. The Bible says something about, about how to raise your kids. Yeah, it says, and ye father, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nature and in admonition of the Lord. Let's see, because this is the King James version. Let's see if I can get the New Jerusalem Bible version. Parents, never drove your children to resentment, but bring them up with correction and advice inspired by the Lord, right? So you have to already be in the Lord present to be able to do this. But we already know the Somalians, they're Muslims, right? So let's see what this 8-year-old child has to say, right?
You guys should visit Minnesota and see what's happening because it's like ice raiding everyone and stuff like that. Can I ask my mom to give me something real quick? Mom. We deserve to be treated the way we're supposed to be treated.
And the news outlet.
I just want to hear the kid talk. I don't want to hear.
Pretty loud and it was pretty cold, but I enjoyed it because like a lot of marching and chanting, and it was like really like experiencing. You had to take like a bus from like somewhere, like a coffee shop, and then it was like really experiencing. Like it was really like feeling good, but maybe like I wouldn't be there, but I would love to. If I wasn't there, I would like probably cry because like it was like really heartwarming to me because it was like talking about Latinas and Somalis and like chanting, like saying like we deserve to be there. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. Everyone, say louder. When I say people, you say power. People. Power.
Why did you want to be part of the march? I mean, it was cold, like it was a long walk. Like, some people probably may have stayed home because of that. Why did you want to be out there?
I wanted to support our Mexican fellows and our Latinas and our Somali communities. I wanted to support everyone, and because like people deserve to be here. Because we shouldn't be illegal when this is literally like stolen land.
How did it make you feel like hearing, like having everybody else around?
Bro, that line of logic makes no sense. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People shouldn't be illegal because guess what? We're on stolen land. It's crazy. So we can say every land you're living on is stolen land because it belonged to someone before you have it. So that justify you coming to a country illegally? And why should we hand over the land when we know if you get invaded by another ethnic group of people, they're going to take over the land? Like, that's just dumb. Why would you let that happen to your country? That's ridiculous. That's just stupid. What?
Everybody chanting at once. How did it make you feel?
It felt good. It felt pretty, it felt good.
Felt good? And then here you were leading some chants. What made you start leading chants here in the mall?
Just to tell people that we are welcome here and everyone deserves to be treated the way you want to be treated.
Is that stuff that you're learning in school? Like that's how or is that what you're taught at home?
At home. At home.
How to treat people?
At home.
At home, buddy. It has to be at home. It has to be. I mean, at some point in school, of course, but it's always in the home first, right? It's always in the home by the parents, by the mother, right? Mostly by the mothers. If the father is around, what up? Beta! Right? But the mother have imposed evil onto this little girl. 8-year-old, bro. 8-year-old. What does she even know? Nothing.
How to treat people? Yeah. Okay. Well, is there anything this might go out to people across the country? What would you want to tell people about the Somali community here in Minnesota? What it's like? What are the people like? Describe it for us.
Like about Minnesota? Yeah. Minnesota's cold, pretty cold. It's snowy and but it's like you guys should visit Minnesota and see what's happening because it's like ice raiding everyone and stuff like that. Can I ask my mom to give me something real quick? Mom. We deserve to be treated the way we're supposed to be treated.
Like criminals? Amazing. Like criminals. Yeah. If you act like a criminal, yeah, you get treated like one. If you act like a terrorist, you get treated like one. Right? Okay. should we jump into some different news? Right? What is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 40.
Trump received tremendous standing ovation from full celebrities at Kennedy Center. Okay, whatever. Not really.
Oh, he spit.
A group of Muslim. Okay. Before that, yes. You know what? Let's check this girl out. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing. Okay. We're gonna and then I think we're gonna head to Canada after. Oh yeah, and this guy have kids, bro. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. Let's listen to this one first. Let's listen to this one, right? So this is a Mexican immigrant living in America, says everything about Mexico is better than America. The only thing they want from America is our money, right? They're here for the money, right? So I mean, it's kind of stupid, or that statement is kind of stupid, right? It makes no sense, right? But let's hear what she has to say.
We do not move to America because we think it's a better country. We move here because it's a little less worse than
Yeah, that's so stupid, bro.
our other countries. Because you're stupid to think that we moved to this country for some hot dogs and some baseball. We have better vibes, music, food, culture, history, literally all of the above. We just moved here because we are looking to make more money and offer a better chance for our families.
So does that make America better than your country, dummy? I'm just saying the facts. She spit the facts up, right? She spit the facts up. I'm just going with her facts, right?
Did you know that the minimum wage a day, not an hour, a day in Mexico is not even 15 American dollars?
So doesn't that make America better than your country?
Not even 15 American dollars. Right now with $15 in San Diego, I could go maybe buy a matcha and half of a granola bar, honey. If you support ICE, you support people getting destroyed. If you support families getting destroyed, I hope you rot in hell. And I will see you there, babe. We do not...
So you know you're in hell. She said she's gonna see you there, which is kind of ridiculous, right? These people have no love for your country. These people hate America. They're only here to take your money and try to, you know, help their family or bring it back to Mexico or wherever they're from, right? Which show you Mexico is not a better country. You might have better weather, you know, because, you know, here in Canada and America, it snows some places, and I love the snow. I think it's part of life, right? But no, she's judging you. She's judging your country. She's telling you she doesn't love your country. Why are you here? For the money. Oh, obviously to make the money so you can make your country better, dummy. Because you don't have the money to make your country better, dummy, to give your family a better life. So you come to a better country for a better life. Bro, what is she even talking about? She's dumb, right? She's saying dumb things and also calling you dumb, but also she's dumb. It's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. I told you, when people judge and think about themselves, they say nothing but dumb stuff, bro. Nothing but dumb stuff. It's crazy, right? And we're gonna play a bunch of clips of people that are not of your country, and they're talking down in your country, which they can do. You know, they can do whatever they want, right? But when you go to a country and it has laws, you're gonna have to follow that law, right? But watch this.
Oh, he spits as well. Really wouldn't recommend to do anything. No, we can record it. And also, she's recording, he's recording, and he is recording. So everything that you do will be on camera.
Don't come close to me, I don't come close to you.
Exactly, man. So what do you want to speak about? Because your boy here told me to.
Don't come close to you.
Yeah, so if I move like this, I'll stay here. So what do you want to say?
I want to say, you don't come to me, I don't go to you, you don't follow me about, you don't record me.
Yeah.
Stop harassing me.
No one was following you. In fact, you came up to me.
Is it?
Twice, yes.
Is it?
I'm okay, buddy. There's no need to get it.
There's cameras all around.
There's cameras all around.
I don't care when he's touching me.
Yeah, because you're coming up to me.
Tell him stop recording me, money.
I do signatures for £5, man. I do signatures for. You've got problems.
Listen. I have more dominancy than you. Bro.
Dominancy. If you want to have a genuine debate, my debate would be this. I want you to pull it from the UK, from wherever your heritage comes from, because clearly you're a jihadist thug that is brainless.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? But I was born in France, so.
Yeah. Get deported back to France. Yeah. Back to France you go.
Okay, so what?
Back to Paris.
What?
Where they scam people.
We're your allies, though. So what's your point?
No, we're not. Huh? We fought several wars. Battle of Waterloo. We're to assist you guys in World War 1 and 2.
We're allies.
You obviously are not French. You're not ethnically French.
I am.
If you're French, I'm from Saudi. I'm a proud Muslim man who has done a Hajj to Mecca. If you're from France.
Who does this guy think you are? Who do you think you are, my brother?
A man who can still be saying this and you're doing nothing. Which clearly demonstrates that either you're an estrogenic piece of shit or you're scared.
Okay. Scared of what?
Scared of obviously the publicity. Calm down. You call me Down syndrome, man.
Calm down.
Nico.
Guys, calm down. Calm down. Look, you're trying to get them to attack. Relax, calm down.
Let's talk about my mom. Let's talk about my mom. You don't talk about my mom. What the?
Okay. Listen.
Hold on.
No one has to stop us. No one has to stop us.
Yes, they seriously will. So don't call me Down syndrome then.
That's the plan.
Okay, cool. Alright. Fucking hell, you from France? Come on, I'm fighting racial hatred right now.
You know the funniest thing about this, the Muslims, a lot of people, white too, they judge the Jews and say wherever you go, people don't want you there. You become just like what you hate. You notice everywhere the Muslim goes, they're not wanted either. Have you guys realized that? Because they're extremists and they want their belief to be
an investigation.
The belief in the West, which is kind of crazy. Like, if you don't believe in what we believe in, we're coming to your country and we're gonna change it. Right? Check this video out.
Sometimes you haven't got even chance to scratch your head. Many times I have thought I just want to walk away and go and have a free easy life.
Rika, stop it please. You need this cover for the hang up with a new
Mohammed's not the only one at the end of his tether. Noreen's fed up with their cramped living conditions and lack of money.
You have no job and I'm suffering with you. My children suffering with you. It's no job, it's very shameful. I want that children, I go to private school, going to my children.
You know, it's not that I feel bad for these kids, but I feel bad for these kids. Because the mom is going to destroy them. It's crazy.
But I can manage, I can.
Despite having several degrees, Mohammed hasn't worked for the last 7 years.
You had a PhD, 7 degrees, no job, and If you have going to a nice job, you have a 10-bedroom home. I want my pleasure. I give the
She want 10-bedroom homes. That's crazy.
everyone. My son, daughter give the each room. My wish is
Allah is good. God is God.
God, but God is God. God knows how to you do like that. God give the hand free, and you said you do. You have the hand. You have the feet. You do something. You don't need a job. You have to do something taxi like that. You have the shop.
It's good, is it?
If you try. You do not try, and you're asking you.
A doctor of philosophy selling chocolates.
My heart is very broken inside. You never know what is my inside or what I'm thinking for my children, myself.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
For the future, thinking what is doing in future. What is my children growing like that? What my dream going to the.
Sometimes.
Where do they get the benefits from? From the government, $27,000 a year, and they're saying it's not enough. Sounds like you need to get a job, buddy.
I believe covering
Muslim left speechless admin debate and on a burqa. I mean, do I want to watch this? Not really, because I just don't. It doesn't even matter. I don't notice. I don't know why they cover their head, bro. It just makes no sense. Right?
I believe covering your face is part of dressing modestly to avoid attraction when you go out.
So, the danger is I might be attracted to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me know, what is the sin? What is the sin? She can be dressed up in her burqa, cover up, whatever, right? But the man still look at her, and because he look at her, he have this imagination in his head of what she looks like underneath what she's wearing. So what is the sin? She dressing provocatively, or she covering up, or the man, look at a woman and then he commits adultery and lust after her. So is she covering her entire body, protecting her from the male? Not really. It's not doing anything really when you think about it, right? When she fully covers her head up. I'm not saying she should go out and dress like a slut and half naked. No, because that's not helping the issue either. But she fully covering herself up doesn't make sense either, right? Because it's not going to stop the guy from committing adultery or whatever, right?
The reason there are so many scholars who do feel that the hands and the face do not need to be covered, but there are also scholars who say that, yes, that it should be covered.
Why?
And I feel it should be covered.
Why? We want to know why.
Covered because the most attractive part of anybody is the face.
So is there a danger that males in the audience are attracted to every female in this studio's face who's here? Are they putting themselves in some kind of
Not necessarily every female face, but yeah, it could stir some sort of
passions?
Yes, absolutely.
Why would it not stir passions in a woman to see a man's face?
Interesting question.
Well, it's about the burqa, isn't it, and about the woman.
What? It's about the burqa and not the woman? That doesn't even make sense, bro.
Wearing a veil.
Yeah.
And it's about why women are wearing a veil.
Yes,
but answer his question.
I'm interested, if it's about equality, and you feel a sense of liberation, don't you? Why should men not be required to cover their faces too?
Can't answer that one.
It's a good point, but I wouldn't question that. If this is how I understand that the scholars have said, then I would do it.
And it's God's will.
It's God's will.
What a mess! So, who are teaching these scholars? Where are they getting their information from? Have you questioned that? See, because the interviewer brought up a great question. If you're wearing it, shouldn't the males wear it too? If it's to cover up yourself from they committing sin, right?
I believe covering your face is part of.
Okay, so I guess the clip is done, right? But it makes no sense, right? Because these males, there's some males that are pretty, there's some males that look good, they go to the gym. Should they fully cover themselves so the women don't lust after them either? Because it's on both sides, right? Women lust, man lust. But the general thing was, any man, which is humanity, right? Any man that lusts or commit adultery in their heart have committed sin. And it's not necessarily that it's the action that is the sin. It's not necessarily that, right? It's that you let the imagination run away with you. And that's actually the sin. Because the imagination is what brings on the action. And that's the issue. So she covering her head, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense. And we got some other clips. We've been live for almost past 2 hours. But man, we got a lot of clips. Let's make this one a long stream. All right, check this one out. Check this one out. Right? Check this one out.
Yes, you can.
No, it was a nightmare the whole time.
You worked 3 hours. It was supposed to be 5. You weren't even supposed to come home.
I'm not cut out for this.
I'm not cut out for working 2 jobs, and you want me to work 3?
Can you just work double overtime?
No, I'm doing as much as I can to support our child. I need a little help. That's all I'm asking.
Babe, I can stay home. I can take care of the baby.
No, I need help supporting him.
I'm not one for working a job.
I'm not one for working a job. I don't want to work. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I can't do that though.
Babe, please, I'm asking for your help.
Your help. I've been asking for your help constantly. You can apply to another job. If this one's too hard, apply for another one. I just need help. Can you get off the...
I can't.
Yes, you can.
So, I don't know if this clip is real or not. I have no idea. If it's a skit, just to get views, get attention, whatever, right? But I'm pretty sure there's couples, there's marriages that are facing the same issues, right? And I saw some creators reacting to this video, and I'm like, interesting, because, you know, they're like, a man should provide, take care of his family, all of these things. He's supposed to be strong, And I'm like, it sounds good, right? It sounds good. You're here blaming the male because, you know, he's not a provider, he's not strong, and all of this stuff. I'm like, to some degree, he has some responsibility. How old is he? Like 18, 19, 20? He's old enough to overcome his hell, right? So he's old enough to overcome the evil that is inside of him, right? But is he to be blamed? Is the male here to be blamed? And is the female to be blamed for choosing a weak male that can provide and share the kids with him, right? Sorry about that. You know, are they to be blamed? To some degree, they have responsibility because they're grown people now, right? They have kids to be an example for, right? But how can they be an example for their kids when, or even for themselves, when no example was set for them themselves, right? Was her father a weak male, and was her mother the strong and independent woman, right? Or was her father strong and independent male, and her mom was a stay-at-home mom but turned her against her father, so she ended up hating her father, so now she's with a male that is not a representation of her father? It can go both ways. I'm not sure of their, family dynamic that they grew up in, but I can tell you they're not setting a great example for the son that they have, because he's a weak father. the son is gonna grow up to be weak just as him, and it's just say dynamic the son is gonna grow up and be in a woman that's strong and independent, a leader, a boss babe. There's no such thing as a strong woman or a woman as a leader. It just doesn't. That's just not how it works, right? But and then he's gonna find himself back in the same situation, and she's gonna turn her son against him, and he's gonna hate him. And I mean, that's just life, right? That's just how I see life these days, and how, you know, society has crumbled, and where we have become a soft and complaining and woman leading because it's just the way evil wants it to be, and we follow it, and that's just what it is, right? But enough of that. We got a lot. You know, there's so much video I don't even know where to go, right? But we're gonna.
هذا في السونتر فيل تاع تولوز هادي خويا في السونتر فيل تاع تولوز غنا تاع البلاد يدور.
Okay, I already kind of did a video similar to that.
Quand on vous regarde, on pense pas spontanément à la France, excusez-moi. Vous non plus. Bah si, justement, moi je suis habillé comme un Français.
They're speaking French. I have no idea what they're saying. Oh, but you know what? I saw this, and apparently, you know, Nicki Minaj, you know, she supported Trump, and she's talking about Christian getting executed and killed, genocide, murder, whatever you want to call it, right? And she was on stage with Erica Kirk, you know, Charlie Kirk, former or widow, bitch is crazy, but okay. Old clip shows Charlie Kirk say that Nicki Minaj is not a good role model for black females, right?
I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on, I don't think that's a...
I mean, she brought up a great point. You know, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B is allowing dads to leave the home. Yeah. Yes, they are, actually.
Good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about, like, glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly... I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but...
I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord. And words are words, but I know her heart, and it does...
I mean, Nicki...
I mean, I don't know how Erica Kirk knows her art, because how can you know the art? The heart is wicked and deceitful above all things, right? So kudos to her. I guess only person can know the art is God, and she's God. I mean, she's judging, I guess. I don't know. Listen. All I'm gonna say, you shall see by the fruit they bear, right? That's all I'm saying. And all she said was a bunch of nice emotional stuff, right, to get you to judge, and women run off this emotional feeling because they can't help themselves. All they do is judge all day out, day in. All they do is judge, right? So they do this emotional thing to get you to be in your thoughts and imagination so you can judge as well, which is it's crazy. I mean, I don't know, man. Women are just so evil. It's crazy, right? So I don't know. Maybe Nicki Minaj has changed. I don't know, right? I've never talked to her to figure it out. I mean, she's done some songs which is questionable, right? And apparently she lost 10 million people on her Instagram, right? Off her Instagram, which tells me, oh, we love you, Nicki Minaj, until you say something we disagree with you on. Then we love you no more. Where's the love? Where is the love? Nicki Minaj should actually be she should appreciate this time. I mean, they worship you, they made you their God, but at this time you should realize that these people never love you at all. They had no love for you, right? They only love you when you agree with them, but as soon as you disagree with them, they will turn against you. And you should be happy to see this in your life. When people turn against you, they show you who they truly are. That all they have is love because they judge you. They're like, you're not doing what I want, and you make me feel this way. They judge you and they feel some way, not realizing the problem is with them, because they're the one that's judging. They're the one that has this feeling against you because you did something that they didn't approve of or they didn't like. That's judging, right? It's ridiculous. It's like, what's that lady that's not with Trump anymore, that mega lady? She judged Trump because Trump didn't release the Epstein file, and it shows her true color, you know? And now the Epstein files are out, so it's like, what was the point? This bitch is just dumb, right? Because she wanted it done that time, her way, how she wanted it to be done. And she's playing God. She's playing God. And it didn't go her way, so she got mad and upset about it, and now she's no longer in Trump's administration, right? Just, it's crazy.
Ja, den Blitzen waren wir einig. Ein Land für alle heilig.
He's fighting the police? Beat his ass up. Beat his ass up, man. What the?
Leute, bitte bewahrt Ruhe. Bewahrt Ruhe, bitte. Es bringt nichts, jetzt auszurasten. Sie wollen uns nur provozieren und wir lassen uns nicht provozieren. Bewahrt bitte Ruhe.
No, they tried to humiliate the cops, get them to feel bad about themselves. Shame on you. No, bitch, we should lock all of them up. Lock them all up.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Lock them up and throw away the key, bro. Lock them up. Alright, we're gonna... Yo, you know what? Let's check this out. I don't know what to think about it.
Hey, what the fuck? You don't know. You stopped 2 minors.
2 minors. I would like for both of them to come stand right next to me right now.
Here's one. Who's the other kid? Who's the other kid?
He was just sitting. She get him? Okay. I would like to see him right now.
I'm right here.
He's gone.
I'm right here.
Maybe pass that off to somebody else.
What was the reason for what? Yo, because she somehow talked over her name or something.
Why did I smack you?
I don't know. For no reason. I was just standing there. Oh, girl, not swimming, by the way. Let's be real. Hey, call the cops. Call the cops. Come on. What the fuck? Yo. We could. Yo. Hey, what the fuck, nigga? Nigga, you're tripping, bro.
Look, I don't have all the details on this situation as I just saw it this morning. I will say this. Based on the commentary, it sounds like she slapped 2 people.
Yo. Hey, what the fuck?
You don't know.
You slapped 2 minors.
2 minors. I would like for both of them to come stand right next to me right now.
Here's one. Who's the other kid? Who's the other kid?
He was just sitting. She get him? Okay. I would like to see him right now.
I'm right here.
He's gone.
I'm right here.
Maybe pass that off to somebody else.
What was the reason for what?
I don't understand what's happening there, so we'll just leave that. We need to get full scope of that. We need a full scope of that. I have no idea what's happening there. Right? Oh! Yo, there's this clip actually. Should we talk about Rob Reiner? I mean, not really. I don't really care. This guy's full of hatred. But Trump made a thing about it. We should listen to that. We should listen to Trump talk about Rob Reiner actually, because Trump is on point with that.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country. Yeah.
Blue slips, Mr. President. Leader Thune doesn't seem. A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner.
We want the full statement that he said about him. Trump said a full statement about Rob Reiner. He was full of hatred, anger, and that leads to his family being angry and have hatred. And he corrupted people around him. And
as it relates to undocked healthcare, yeah, I'm proud of that because I believe in universal healthcare. You know,
that's kind of crazy, right? So, okay, I found it. A very sad thing happened last night. But I don't want to read it. I want to hear him talk about it. There was a clip that I had. Is this it? I think Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. I didn't even know this guy. It's just that he got banned or something.
Brown. And for Robin Michelle Reiner, we got this post. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Just when you think he can't go any lower, he somehow finds a way to do that. His description of what happened, of course, is not at all what happened. And this is exactly what I've spoken about before, this rush
So what happened?
to pin the tail on the donkey in pursuit of the Trump-friendly narrative, not to mention blaming his death on the fact that he is an outspoken liberal, insulting someone who's just been murdered, who leaves children behind, without having any idea of what actually happened. It's so hateful and vile. When I first saw it, I thought it was fake. My wife showed it to me this morning. I was like, well, even for him, that seemed like too much, but nothing is ever too much for him. Of course, you won't see the Fox News gang screaming about this one, but a couple of Republicans did, to their credit, 2 of them, I think. And so a few hours later, a White House reporter gave Trump the chance to take another shot to act like it.
Nice. Trump is starting on business with this one, which I agree with him on, actually.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all, in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country. Yeah.
That corroded brain is in charge of our lives. If you voted for that, it's okay to reconsider. It's perfectly fine. And I have to say, I know from my personal interactions with Rob Reiner that he would want us to keep pointing out the loathsome atrocities that continue to ooze out of these events at the White House this week. Yesterday, after briefly mentioning the shootings in Australia and
Oh, he's gonna talk about his wife, Melania? Whatever, bro. I think Trump is spot on when it comes to what he was saying about Rob Reiner, because his son is full of hatred. That's why he killed him. It's kind of crazy. That's why when you raise your kids up with anger and not in the way of the Lord. That's what happens, man. They become evil, crazy kids. Oh, I have a clip that I want to play, but I think I should give you a pre-version clip first. Let me see if there's anything first that I want to cover before I jump to that one.
Unfortunately, these days we don't repeat this enough, or we don't have this aqidah concept firm.
Oh, wait, what does this say? I can't even see it. Can I zoom in? Oh yeah, here we go. Just zoom in. Nice. So it says, wow, Muslim leader in Chicago says the quiet part out loud. Okay, let's hear what he said.
Unfortunately, these days we don't repeat this enough, or we don't have this aqidah concept firm in our minds that Islam did not come to coexist. Islam Islam لا يعلى. Islam يعلو ولا يعلى عليه. And Islam is raised high and nothing is raised above Islam. We can't think of Islam that it came to.
So God is not above Islam? What?
Live with these other religions, in the sense that Islam is a religion amongst those religions, and they have a share with the truth, and they have a share of justice, and they have a share of, this worship of Allah, the correct worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Islam came to correct all of that. Islam came to remove the oppression of all those religions, and it is the only truth, and it is the only way to justice.
What? Isn't Islam fascist? When you actually think about it, isn't Islam believe fashionism or fascist? Fashionism, fascist. Aren't they fascists? Aren't Islam people fascists, bro? Aren't they full of hatred? Aren't they full of anger? Right? Aren't all of that in the Islamic belief?
As it relates to undocked healthcare, yeah, I'm proud of that because I believe in universal healthcare. Others may say it, I did it. As it relates to undocked healthcare, yeah, I'm proud of that because I believe in universal healthcare. Others may say it, I did it. First state in the country, regardless of pre-existing conditions, ability to pay, and regardless of your immigration status. I promised that, I promoted it, I ran 3 times on it. I did it when I was mayor. People know who I am. We failed on the border. We need to own up to that. Largest border crossing in the Western Hemisphere in my state. Spent $1 billion+ to do migrant centers, try to put a lid on things. And it was quite critical, but I tried to do it in a respectful way of the Biden administration. We failed on the border. We have to own that. But we've also failed as a consequence because of that to lead the comprehensive immigration question.
But isn't that what you run on? Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? You ran on, free healthcare for illegal aliens, but it just happens that, illegal aliens cross the border and keep them in office for this long, right? Because they voted for it. It's kind of ridiculous, right?
We've got to get the border right, then we can get to that. But I say that to make the point. You don't need sanctuary policy in this country if we have a federal government doing its job. In the absence of that, we'll deal with the cards that are dealt. And one of the cards that are dealt is people are going to end up in the emergency room, and you're going to pay for that one way or another.
How about not paying for it at all? Let them die. Let them die. That will stop them from coming. But guess what? You keep paying for it, so guess what? They're going to keep coming. Like what? That's kind of crazy.
I want to keep people out of the emergency room. I want to keep people healthier. I want to...
Okay. How do you do that?
Keep people safer, and that's why we've advanced these values. Trump uses it as a cudgel, uses it very effectively to attack our party and our values. But I'll stand up to it, and good people can disagree, but I'm very mindful.
Why did Democrats fail on the border?
Because we didn't own up to the reality. We didn't take responsibility.
But beneath it, what happened, right? Joe Biden was not a guy who didn't know that you shouldn't have, chaos at the border. You sent down National Guardsmen at a level of why for policy.
Well, I think the why was everything's in reaction to Trump.
What? That's crazy.
Sort of the overreach of Trump.
Yeah.
We come back and we then move 180 degrees in the opposite direction. When We didn't need to or shouldn't have. And you saw mass migration across the country. It was hardly unique in the United States. You had all of the shock and supply chain shock and issues around COVID, coming out of COVID, et cetera, that created even more pressure. And then it became overwhelming. And then what also became overwhelming was this notion that we can't do it without Congress. And then Biden then proved Trump right by doing it without Congress. And in the last 6 months, we saw a significant decline in border crossings under the Biden administration that ultimately led to benefits for Trump, claiming he did it all at the end when he really closed the gap marginally. But we paid a huge price for that. And we picked up, I think, the wrong lessons in the midterms. We outperformed in the midterms. And this was a time when all Democratic governors were critical. You saw it publicly. And then they did better than we all expected. And they said, why don't we just focus on these other issues? Mistake.
Is this guy really your guy? Is that the guy really you guys having power over there, bro? That's crazy. That's wild. You just did a bunch of hula hoops, bro.
Americans will soon be a minority, and that's great.
You know, whites will not be the majority. I mean, it's an exciting transformation of the country. It's an exciting evolution and, you know, progress of our country.
We are going to be a white minority very, very soon. I'm okay with that.
If things are so bad, as you say, with the white working class, don't you want to get new Americans in?
America is going to look very different in 100 years. You're not going to be able to tell you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Puerto Rican, whatever. It's going to be very complex, and I think ultimately that's going to be good.
White Americans feel that they're losing their country, they're losing ownership of the country, and they're right. In the end, they are not the future.
For the first time in American history, the number of white people went down.
Isn't that a bad thing, bro?
The white population is declining for the first time in history in America.
White people will not be the majority in the country anymore.
This will be the first generation ever in American history in which whites will be a minority.
Treason to whiteness is loyalty to humanity.
To abolish whiteness is to abolish white people.
White people are committed to being villains in the aggregate, right? We gotta take these motherfuckers out.
Was it or was it not the duty of every good revolutionary to kill all newborn white babies?
We have to kill white people.
When do we start killing white people?
I don't want to say we need to go.
Bro, is this really a thing, bro? That's crazy.
Don't start killing all white folks, but it's like, but.
Listen, I don't agree with this. Okay? YouTube, don't take on my channel. I'm just reacting to this clip, bro. Which is crazy. What's wrong? These people are fascists, bro. The same people that claim to have love and understanding and they want to live with everyone. They're actually fascists. They're evil. They're crazy.
Maybe.
When we say we want to kill whitey, we don't really mean we want to kill whitey. We do.
We have to exterminate.
What does that even? What?
Exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem.
Fuck white people!
An unrelenting stream of immigration. Non-stop. Non-stop. Folks like me who are Caucasian of European descent will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
Americans will soon be a minority.
Bro, what did I just watch? Hold on. Let's watch this clip. Let's just change it for a little bit. The biggest truth about female desire you have ever that you have never been told. Let's see how true this is. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some fun with this.
If she's not into it, he can stand there with the biggest hard on, makes no dent. The shop is closed. Nothing's gonna happen. What turns her on is to be the turn on. And that's the big secret of female sexuality, is that it is massively narcissistic. It's the opposite of the caring for others, of feeling responsible for others. If she can think about herself, then she can be into it. And in order to think about herself, she then needs to like herself. Hence, she can't be in a critical voice. That's the perfection piece. If she starts to think about everything about
perfection, how how does being a narcissist lead to perfectionist? That's crazy, right?
About her that is not good enough, that she doesn't like, she will shut herself off. Before you ask a woman if she will make love to a man or to another woman, ask a woman if she would make love to herself. If she doesn't want to make love to herself, she won't let anybody else do it either. And that's where the perfection piece comes in. If she's not into it...
I truly try to understand what she was saying, but it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. I know a lot of people are gonna like, oh, it makes sense, you know. You have to love yourself first. You have to be into yourself. It just doesn't make sense. How can you be into yourself? How can you perfectionist the narcissistic part of yourself? How can you desire yourself? And I have to be into it. Like, it's a crazy statement to make. It's a crazy statement, and saying it's true is ridiculous. It's saying that you have to feed into her narcissistic self-obsession of herself and please her to make her feel good about herself so she can have sex with you. You have to go into her world. You have to accommodate and pander to her to be able to have sex with her, to be able to make her feel good, to empower her to think good about herself so she can become this perfectionist so you can have sex with her. But that doesn't even make sense, bro. That makes no sense. That's just pure evil. That's so crazy, it's ridiculous. Okay. I think we have a couple more stuff.
Turns out it was very much correct. And it also helps to explain why currently the U.S. policy is that we only let white people claim asylum to come into this country right now if you're from the continent of Africa. He's saying it all out loud now.
I guess for me, you know, those are obvious lies, right? In the time, in the moment, there was no question.
I see a video here about a relationship. So before we jump into that, I want to play this about Canada. Yeah.
I'm going to say a couple of words that are pretty. I'm going to say a couple of words that are pretty loaded.
Loaded, he said. Hold on. Yeah, let's do it like this.
I'm going to say a couple of words that are pretty loaded. Benito Mussolini, who actually knew something about fascism, defined it as the alliance between basically a socialist government and industry. What you are experiencing is totalitarian socialism aligned with big business. I'm sorry, it is the definition, according to Benito Mussolini, of fascism. It's not that the right is fascist. Fascism never comes from the right. It comes from the
I don't know about that, but okay.
Left. It comes from socialism, and speaking as somebody from down south, what we see is a totalitarian socialist takeover of Canada. I'm going to say a couple of.
I mean, Canada is it wants to be a government-run society, and that's where it's headed. That's exactly where it's headed, and the people vote for it. So, I mean, what can you say about that? Is it that the people are for the government and they want the government to run the country because they want leaders? Maybe. That's possible, right?
So, Mark.
That's possible. But regarding Canada, I want to show you this. What's really going on here in Canada? I know Canada has become a third world country. I mean, that's the reason I left a third world country, because I don't want to live in one anymore. I want to live in a good country, but the immigrants and the illegal immigrants are on fire. They're on fire. Check this one out. 5 GTA teens facing a numerous charge after a violent jewelry store robbery in Barrie. In Barrie, bro. That's crazy. Watch this. This looked to be a mall. This is definitely a mall. Bro, in a mall, bro. That's crazy. With people walking all over the place. They're so brazen, eh? It's ridiculous.
I know. Just take a breath. It's okay, man. Close the door.
They sprayed him in the face. They sprayed the security guard right in the face.
The old man walk up at the end and slap him with something. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, honestly.
An investigation into alleged kidnapping, conspiracy.
Yo, this is in Canada, bro. We have to check this one out before we move on.
An investigation into alleged kidnapping, conspiracy to commit sexual assault, and hostage taking. One of the men is also facing ISIS-related terror charges. The investigation, dubbed Project Neapolitan, was launched after 2 violent incidents in the GTA, an attempted armed kidnapping of a woman in May in Toronto, and another attempted armed kidnapping in Mississauga. Peel police connected the 2 incidents and arrested 3 suspects: Walid Khan, Osman Azizov, and Fahad Sadat. Search warrants at homes connected to the accused in Toronto turned up firearms.
But watch this. They plan to kill women and Jews, right? Walid Khan was out on bail on numerous occasions and had an ankle monitor. So this guy is a multiple offender and he's out of jail. That's crazy.
Ammunition and high-capacity magazines, as well as alleged links to terrorism, prompting a parallel RCMP investigation.
Through this collaboration, the RCMP arrested Walid Khan of Toronto, who now faces multiple terrorism-related charges under Section 83 of the Criminal Code.
Bro, shut up, bro. Was he not? I've been on bail numerous times. That's
These
crazy.
charges include terrorist financing, participation in the activities of a terrorist group, facilitating terrorist activity, and conspiracy to commit murder.
Khan is accused of providing property to ISIS, knowing it could be used to facilitate terrorist activity. Police said the suspect's alleged actions targeted women and members of the Jewish community. Azizov and Sadat are facing various firearm, kidnapping, and sexual assault charges. An investigation.
Bro, see, if they find all of this information, if it's true, allegedly, as reported, if it's true, why are they not shipped back to their ISIS country and terrorist group? Why? I'm just saying, man, why? You guys gonna keep jailing them? They're gonna keep doing the same thing over and over. I mean, at some point, an example is gonna have to be made out of one of them.
You've said things.
It's gonna have to be made.
You've said things like black women are biologically different than white women.
Yes, they have different fertility windows. They have a higher rate of fertility complications. 50%
There's
higher
no
rate.
scientific evidence to prove that a black woman and a white woman are genetically different, right? This is like
What are you talking
No, they are.
about?
According, No,
But literally, there are genes that code for their skin color. There are genes that.
Again, this is like government data. This is EMI, right? This is the National Institute of Health. This is the American Medical Association. Like there is no scientific evidence to prove that.
And that's a big
races-
problem, right? Because
No,
a lot of
there's no scientific
and that's
evidence
why
around
I
things
asked.
like IQ differences. Black people are genetically different from other populations.
And I'll say that again. There is at least there is no scientific evidence to prove that, right? And as people
No,
that
I'm sorry. I'm stating. Do you want to ask an AI if there's scientific evidence to prove
no,
that?
I want to ask.
No,
this
because
is
what you're
purely based
stating
on
is just factually incorrect. Humans are genetically diverse. It's not a bad thing that humans
I'm not
are
saying it's
genetically diverse.
I'm not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'm saying there is no scientific evidence.
And I'm saying that is a factually.
And he's saying that there is scientific
There
evidence.
is scientific evidence. There is overwhelming scientific
based
evidence.
on-
and
and
it's
this
the
is-
basics. No. This is like saying the sky is not blue. Like, it is genes that code their skin color, right? Those genes are obviously different in them than they are in us. How is that not science? That's just like a basic fact. The genes that code their skin color, their level of melanin production, are different from my genes that
And I
code
think,
melanin production.
and that's precisely why I was asking this question, because I think for some people that do believe, like you, that people are genetically different, that has historically been used to promote racial hierarchies, right? And that's why I'm asking you, because
But so what
because you
makes-
do amalgam. You've said things like black.
I don't know. This video is a weird one because they're saying black women and white women are biologically different. In what way? I don't know. Is like genes differently? Is that what the biological difference? So one is black. IQ. I don't think IQ is based off race, actually. I think it's just based off how you were raised and how you were taught, right? And having an higher IQ does not make you smart. You may be able to maybe read something and understand it faster, but does it make you smarter? I don't know. I really don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna comment on this video. I really don't know. I just know people that are consider themselves smart. They went to school and they get a degree, but they're not smart. They may be smart in what do you call it? In a job smart, but in actual life they're not smart. So I don't know. Oh yeah. You know what? So nice.
Let's have a look.
Christmas has been cancelled by. Okay, that's in London. Let's go to Canada.
A Canadian nationalist club called Second Sons is growing across the country. Standing for what they say is the birthright of their ancestors. But that's just its public face. On its leaders' personal podcasts and live streams, things are a bit different.
The Nazis were right. Yes, violence is the answer.
We washed ourselves in nigger's blood.
We downloaded over 200 episodes of their online shows and analyzed it all. Because if all you see is the group's social media posts where they celebrate veterans and Canadian history, you're only getting half the story. Now, we want to warn you, this is graphic stuff. But let's hear from the leaders of Second Sons in their own words.
You'll have people who don't even have any connection to it calling for your murder because you don't agree with the official statistics that were given to you by basically propagandists.
Second Sons does a lot of physical training, from mixed martial arts to military-style drills. What's it all for? Here's what they say.
They see stuff like this and they're like, what are they preparing for? Some kind of race war? It's like the race war is here.
They say there's like a race war. It's look outside.
After just a year, Second Sons claims to have chapters across the country. And as for how many members show up to their training days, it's hard to get a good sense of the numbers because they're largely anonymous. But we counted, and there could be well over 100 individuals in photos shared by the group. And if they gain power, they want remigration, like they say at this recent demonstration in London, Ontario.
You can't sort out the good ones from the bad ones. I don't care. They all have to go back.
Remigration is stop the flow, setting up ones that don't belong here back to begin with. Give people options to self-deport, to create policies that prevent people from abusing the system.
But on Mackenzie's personal podcast, he says this is what it would really look like.
I'll do it. Like, give me some guys and some weapons, and we'll get rid of them. We'll take them up. Get in the truck. You're going to the airport. Make me. Okay. Bang. Anybody else? Anybody else not want to go to the airport? Who wants to go to the airport? Show of hands. Who wants to go to the airport? All right. Get out of the truck. I only had to shoot one. See? Easy.
A Canadian nationalist club called Second Sons is growing across the country.
That was an interesting video because, I mean, the race war is here. The race war is happening right in front of you. Are they preparing for a war? It seems like it. Are they going about the right or wrong way? The way they want to do it, it's kind of up in the air with this one because, I mean, they're talking about just taking people who don't want to go shoot them. I mean, listen. Are they being led? Are they being led by evil? Yeah, I can say that. Is it a reaction of immigrants and illegal immigrants destroying the country? Yeah, but as you can see, how one's parents that was before them raised them, and they voted these government in, and their government bringing these people, and now because of the parents' action, they weren't right. The kids that have grown up and now want to be leaders, they themselves ain't right because they're trying. They don't want to do it the right way because that's kind of crazy, right? And I do agree that, people need to be sent back to their country. I do agree with that because you can't simulate and be a part of their society, which is a problem because you're creating more problem. But the people that vote these people in, that brought this policy in, whose fault is it? It's the people's fault, right? Is it really the people's fault, or is it their parents' fault, or is it the parents before their fault? See, it's a tricky one, right? But you have to understand that you're an adult now. You must overcome the sins of your parents. You must overcome the evil that your mother have imposed on you as a female or as a male or as a husband or as a wife, because you become just like them. You become just like them, and you have hatred, and you need to go and forgive your mother, especially your mother, and also your father for not protecting you from your mother. Because you hate your father, you may think you hate your father, but you only hate him because you're looking through your mother's eyes. And that's why most women hate leadership, right? Of a man, of a true man, right? It's ridiculous actually when you think about it. But let's close this out because we've been live for 3 hours. That's kind of crazy. Where did the time go? Okay, we're gonna close this out with a clip. Let's pull it up on. Let's pull it up here. Where did it go? Wait, what's her name? I don't know her name. Kenya. Oh, here we go.
Vote, exercise the.
Alright, let's go directly to YouTube first. I thought I was on YouTube, but not. My thing is kind of weird. See? It's not. Oh, all. YouTube, here we go. Shout out to who's watching my. Listen, if you're in the stream, bro, if you're watching, remember to like the video, bro. Like the video.
I'm from America's.
Okay. I'm sorry. Here we go. So I'm gonna play what happened, and then I'm gonna. You know what? Hold on. Let's watch this first.
All women's.
Let's watch this first. Let's watch this first. Because I think this bitch is kind of off the rail with this one.
Say they want a good man until they actually meet one. All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional.
Ooh, she's spitting. I mean, I can't see that, you know. We don't care about your emotions. What the?
A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And
but this is where it kind of conflicts, right? Why do you need boundaries? Why do you need boundaries, right? Why do you need boundaries?
this is where women get confused.
And that's she made a great point. This is where women get confused. Right? This is where men get confused. Why do you have boundaries, right? Let's rewatch this again.
All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're
So is she saying women are chaos? That's interesting.
emotional. Right. A real good man
Emotions is chaos.
has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity,
She said something about boundary, bro.
you
Hold on.
misread. A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You
Emotional maturity? What does that even mean, bro?
call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect.
Self-respect? What is even she says some nice things, just gonna make people feel good about themselves. They're gonna judge what she's saying and they're gonna feel good about themselves, and then they're gonna judge her because she's saying such nice things. They're gonna think what she's saying is true. Really, it's not. I mean, she said some good things which I can't possibly agree on, but then she contradicts herself in the next statement or point she's making, which I'm like, wait, what? What's she even talking about, bro? Right?
A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure as hell don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They
don't chase women at all.
Build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man. Because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not
respect,
reactive, not reckless. Stay solid. Good men don't bend, they build. And the right woman rises to meet him. All women.
There was a bunch of stuff that said that I got lost, bro. I got lost in the womanese. I got lost in the sauce that she's spilling. That sauce that's making you feel good. It's not that I got lost in the sauce that made me feel good. I got lost about the feel good, the feel good sauce that she's talking about. It lost me because all I heard was that, listen, all women are emotional. And no man of peace is gonna bend to her chaos, which she's telling me that emotions are chaos, which is of evil. And all women crave that up and down roller coaster because they like to feel bad so they can feel good, to feel good so they can feel bad. They like the up and down craziness, right? and no man is gonna bend for that. Oh, man is gonna have respect. Like, what is she talking about? Males are gonna have respect. Respect for what? Respect for yourself. I don't know how you respect yourself, but I mean, kudos to her if she can explain that to me, right? But you have these boundaries because she's stepping on your boundaries. The only reason you have boundaries is because you're judging her. The only reason you want self-respect for yourself because you're judging her. The only reason why you have all of these things is because you need her in your life, and she needs to live up to these things so you can be with her. What's wrong with you as a person that you need a woman to respect you, have these boundaries so you can be with her? Why? You're judging her, not realizing that you yourself need to be worked on, because you just have to understand it, right? You still love her. You still not love her in the way that you're thinking. You still love her, right? You may not be with her, but you still love her. You see that she lacked understanding, and that's okay. You know, you're not setting these boundaries and this respect that you need to do this, you need to do this so I can be with you. That's kind of crazy, because she's just only going to do it so she can be with you. That really makes no sense, right? Makes no sense. And then she went on to say, she said so much things, it kind of blows my mind, you know? And then she's saying that a woman will rise above it and be your woman. Rise above what? Rise above respecting you, respecting your boundaries, meeting you. That's kind of crazy, because at the end of the day, she see that you're working on yourself, you're making money, and working on yourself and making money is not really working on yourself, right? But for the world to understand, you're working on yourself, you're making money, and she wants you in her life. She's like, oh, he's working. He's making money. He's making moves. I'm going to judge him and be like, whoa, you know what? I'm going to accumulate to what he wants. You know, I'm going to be this nice girl. He's going to take me out on a date. I'm going to be this nice woman, da-da-da. Bro, guess what? She's giving you a showcase personality for you to judge her. And when you judge her, she's now still emotionally manipulating you. Isn't that interesting? You're running away from one emotionally manipulative woman, and you're finding yourself with the same emotionally manipulated woman, because you're judging, think one is better than the other. Really, there is none is better than the other, because they're all emotional and evil until they overcome it. She said, listen, a man is not going to bend to your emotional feelings, because that's chaos. So you're telling me that women are evil? Yes, they are. They really are, because they want you to cater to their emotional feelings and bend to the chaos to make themselves feel good. You know? And then you do that, she only is going to get worse. She's going to get worse. And you're going to suffer for it as the male that went into her world. But not only that, the same one that meets you so she can, what did she say? That woman is going to rise and meet you where you're at. Meet me. Why she wants to meet me where I'm at? Why don't you want to do it for yourself? Why are you trying to do it? You're doing it for me, not for yourself, if there's such a self, right? Are you doing it for yourself or for me? But guess what? She's doing it for you, because guess what? You have all of these things that you're going to do for her in return. So what's the point here? What's the point? And guess what? It might look like she's coming into your world, but really, you're going into her world, because she's just manipulating you again, and accommodating and adapting herself to your standard until she get what she wants, and then she's like, bye. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it's just stupid. Did I delete the thing? There's no way I delete the thing, bro. I was supposed to bring it back up. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, here we go. It's a different one. Check. I want you to see how crazy and how self-absorbed and how narcissistic this woman is, right? I want you to see how crazy she is in real life. Watch this.
Yes. What are you promoting? So I'm a streamer, you know. I also make music. I don't know if you know who Fred Again is and Skepta. I have a song nominated for a Grammy with them, Victory Lap. Really? Yes. And I am nominated for Streamer of the Year. Music streamer, best stream series, best stream collab.
How do I support you?
Right here, support black business. What's your name?
Should I put you on my stories right
yes,
now?
Yes, yes, you
Support
should.
your black business?
100%.
We're here with
Black Boy Max. Black Boy Max. Y'all know what time it is. All platforms.
all platforms. You
Make
gotta
sure y'all
support
vote.
him.
Oh, upside down. Make sure y'all vote. Vote. Exercise the right MLK fought for. Vote.
Period.
All platforms.
MLK, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Grammys and Streamer of the Year. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay, are you gonna give me a little smooch?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what?
I can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the fuck is happening?
And you guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now and have no clue.
She's butthurt, bro. That's crazy. Listen. I don't know who this guy is, but guess what? I'm running an empire. All ego, all about yourself, all about respect, and they didn't treat you how you should be treated or how I think I should be treated. That's her. That is her. And that same thing that is telling her, he didn't treat me well, he didn't respect me how I wanted to be respected or how I should be treated, is driving her to do all of this now. Because she's butthurt, which is kind of crazy. And that's most people. That is most people. Not realizing the problem is with you. He didn't want to kiss you. And that's okay. That's okay, bro.
Who I still
That's
I don't
crazy,
have X
bro.
and don't even have the time to log in and sign up. So I walked up to you after
That's
his
crazy.
little outburst. He probably don't even date black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what
Use it. You know why? I mean, she's not familiar. I don't know if she's familiar with the streaming world, but you're on a live stream. It doesn't matter if they're gonna use it or not. It's gonna get clipped. It's gonna get sent out there because it's live stream. You wanted to help. Let me help you with your black business, buddy. And now your ego got hurt, and now you're here complaining about it.
collegiate level you guys are at if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage. Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, you talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used. And I verbally told you not to use it. I have so many things going on right now that I don't have time to take you to court, but I dare you. I dare you to try me, because now you are taking up my time. This 3 minutes that it's taken to post this, I could have been making money. So
So why don't you go make money? Why you out here tripping? Why you out here? And I got another clip for this. I got a really good clip for this regarding this, which is kind of crazy, right? So you know my boy, you know the Omi. It's 10 minutes. Let's see if we can fit it. You know the Omi, Jesse Lee Peterson. She ended up on the fallen state, and I was listening. I was like, "Oh, it's this chick." I wouldn't even have known if she didn't bring it up, or Jesse brought it up. But watch this.
So you went viral on the internet recently.
Oh.
And this was after the incident with a Twitch streamer. So
I was listening. I was like,
he's not here to explain his side of it. What really happened? It said that you were walking down the road somewhere in LA.
Yes.
And he was streaming at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But tell us what happened.
So I'll tell you what happened. So I just finished a photo shoot with a client of mine and her mother,
and we went to one of my favorite places in the world here at the Grove in LA. And it's holiday time, it's packed, and we hear this really, really loud individual. I just need to preface this by saying I have nothing against this person. I have nothing against him. I'm not mad. I'm not nothing. Okay, I have my own life that I'm living right now. So just want to say that. But we're walking, and he's very loudly in a neon pink suit. Trying to get people's attention. He's got 5 people with him. They've got this camera. And from the world I come from, someone has a camera, they're a videographer. They're not streaming live with 20,000 people watching. That's just...
That it is nowadays.
Yeah, that's
time.
not the world that I come from, though. So
Right,
I thought
no,
this was just a
that's not.
videographer.
Oh, okay.
And so he was really loud, and, we were all walking the same direction. And I wasn't gonna say anything, but then he started saying, very loudly, this is for Black excellence. Martin Luther King, did this to help us exercise the right to vote. And so I was like, well, let me help this person because I don't know who this is, and obviously they need help with whatever they're trying to promote.
Who told you they need help? Your mind told you that.
Couple of followers on Instagram, so let me see if I can help. So I walked up to him and introduced myself, and then he told me what he does and all of that. And then I said, well, let me put something on my stories because I didn't know where that video was going to be, and I didn't want to have to reach out to them. So I said, let me just put something on my stories. And so I asked if we could do that, and we did it. And for me, because I come from the fashion culture and also I'm a content creator, when you're talking with somebody, you have to close the video out.
Something is fishy here, bro. She said she didn't know about streaming, but yet she's a content creator and you don't know about streaming. That's going to be 20% live views watching. That's kind of that's suspect. That's
Right?
that's
so as
that's
a
suspicious.
super nice send off, I just wanted to say, give me a smooch, air kisses or whatever, just to close the video out. Embarrassed because it had been no one at the Grove.
Bro, she said it's not like she was embarrassed. I want you guys to listen to this woman talk, bro.
Because it had been no one at the Grove.
Hold on.
Embarrassed because it had been no one at the Grove.
Okay.
And no was really disrespectful. I was with, and it's not that I was embarrassed because it had.
She said it's not like I was embarrassed.
Been no one at the Grove. I would like that and storm off and I
He's
already know
allowed
how
to.
these young guys try to spin things. So I said I respect it. I respect it. Obviously, you have a girlfriend or something, and so I walked up to the videographer afterwards. And at this time I still thought it was just a videographer. And I said, please don't use that footage because you're gonna don't try to play me, okay? And so he said, okay. And then they put it on Twitter and they made that the whole highlight of everything out of all the people that walked up to them. And they tried to spin it as if Kenya from America's Next Top Model, was thirsty for a kiss from this person. And it just was so far from the truth.
She's overreacting like the DoorDash girl, bro. That's crazy.
And it just got spin, just taken out of context. And now, these people are...
Yeah, because you're making a big deal about it. Like what?
Sending me racist, comments and...
Wait, why is it frozen? It won't even play. In the meantime, hold on. Let me grab this over here real quick.
Comments and still to this minute right now for the last week.
all of a sudden the internet just I don't know, all of a sudden, bro, everything just stops working. That's crazy. Dum, 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 dum. Let me grab another. Let me see if I can grab it again.
New fame.
Bro, all of a sudden, the internet just went wild.
He said no, and the way that he
Oh, here we go. Let's see if it'll play, because this is our last clip, right?
said no was really disrespectful. I was with, and it's not that I was embarrassed, because had it been no one at the Grove, I would have still felt like, well, that was rude. You know, it was just rude to say no like that and storm off like, and I already know how these young guys try to spin things. So
what we're witnessing here is an ego. Kenya, top model, da 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 da. You know, treat me how I need to be treated, how I think I should be treated. What? Made her feel some type of way and she judge you? This woman is evil, bro. It's crazy.
I said, I respect it. I respect it. Obviously, you have a girlfriend or something, and so I walked.
And yet you don't know it because you're still listening to thoughts about it.
Up to the videographer afterwards, and at this time I still thought it was just a videographer. And I said, please don't use that footage because you're gonna don't try to play me, okay? And so he said, okay. And then they put it on Twitter, and they made that the whole highlight of everything out of all the people that walked up to them. And they tried to spin it as if Kenya from America's Next Top Model, you know, was thirsty for a kiss from this person. And it just was so far from the truth. And it just got spin, you know, just taken out of context. And now, you know, comments, and still to this.
That's kind of crazy.
This minute right now for the last week, people sending me just the worst things that you could imagine, and it's just taking it too far.
What, was he black too?
Yeah.
And you're black. Why are you getting racist comment if both are black?
That's what I asked myself. I have no idea.
Oh.
I mean, just people are just so full of hate. I think people don't realize that really happy people, like truly happy people, don't go on the internet and talk shit about people. They just...
The internet is dropping frames, bro.
Don't. And anyone who's busy and doing anything, sorry to cut you off.
No problem, yeah.
Anyone who's about anything doesn't even have the time to spread hate.
And did you want a lip kiss or
No,
cheek
just
kiss?
like a cheek kiss. I don't know where his lips have been.
Right. And why did you want a kiss?
Just to close out the video.
Oh, I see.
You know, if anyone watches my content, like I do it all the time to everyone, to trans community, to children. Went like, okay, that is just I work in.
What if the man doesn't want to kiss your cheek because he doesn't know where your cheek have been? Kissing by trans people and not a man and not what? Like what? This is crazy, bruv.
Fashion. I lived in New York. I've traveled the world. That's just what people do.
When he said that he had a girlfriend, did you understand
No,
why he didn't
say
want
that.
to kiss?
No, he didn't say he had a girlfriend. I
Oh, he
assumed
didn't
he
say-
had
oh,
one.
I thought- oh, you assumed he had
stormed
one.
off. He stormed off and said, "No, no way. Whoa, what the hell? No, no." So, and it seemed like I asked him for something just so bizarre, you know what I
Did you feel rejected when he said, no, I don't want to kiss?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, what is the difference between feeling embarrassed and getting rejected? What is the difference? I want to know the difference, right?
I felt that, but I wasn't asking for a romantic kiss. I was just trying to end the video.
Oh.
And so I felt a part of me, yeah, I'm human. Yeah, a part of me
So
felt
have you
rejected, but not in that way. I felt like he was being rude to me. Like, you don't have to be rude about it. All you have to say is, "Oh no, like I gave you a hug," something like, "I have a girlfriend." He could have said, "I have a
Right.
girlfriend."
Have you
but
guys
I'm not
spoken
rejected
to
in
work
that,
it out,
in that
or
way.
you guys mad at each other now? Or you friends?
No, I
You
mean
still friends?
it's been on all the blogs. It's been everywhere. I would even go on his thing. I would meet him. I would meet him again and shake his hand because it's really just not that serious,
When people are walking down the road,
She said it's not that serious. That's crazy, bro.
if someone's out doing videos like that, screaming and stuff, do they have a
She
right
walked up to him, bro.
video whomever walking down the road? Because you said you're going to sue him or something, right? You said you're going to sue him?
I don't know. I don't know what the laws
Bro, this chick is crazy, bro.
are in terms of filming in public in that nature.
Yeah, I think if you're walking down the road, you get in
and
the
I
way.
approached him. I approached him as well. So I am so abundant. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm really can't wait for this to go away because I have so many other amazing things happening.
But it's not going to go away because you're trying to sue him. Like, that's counterproductive, right?
Holding in a grudge against this
No,
guy. I don't know who
absolutely
he is
not.
either, but you're not holding a grudge against him or anything, right? Good.
Absolutely not.
Right on.
But I just feel like, but things change, laws change, like the rules with paparazzi and how they find people's children, and Halle Berry has done some things as well. Also, like the cyberbullying, like this stuff is all so new that there needs to be laws to protect people. And until that happens.
Here we go, another woman trying to run things. They don't understand that these things have repercussion at the end. Laws to control speech, like it's crazy.
Like, justice has to be served in another way, and that's really all I want to say about that. Like, I have a cybersecurity team. We found the addresses of people, and because people have been finding my business emails and sending me all kinds of just really low vibrational stuff. And
that affects you.
Just you should let people know, though, at some point there's 20,000 people watching this.
You approached him, though, right?
I did.
Oh, so he didn't do anything wrong.
I did. No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he did anything. No, I don't think he did anything wrong. Other than like the moment that was like really rude. But
are you a feminist?
Yes.
The definition of feminist has changed.
Right.
In this world, I stand up for. I'm a female, and I stand up for myself, and I stand up for any woman who is living in her truth and doing what she needs to do to affect positive change on the community.
And so, are you a feminist?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're a feminist?
You can decide it if you want to.
No, I don't. I wouldn't make a decision about someone else.
I don't live by labels.
Oh, you
I
don't?
am who I am. I'm me. I don't like to subscribe to any kind of labels.
Right on.
Like that.
Amazing, huh? Feminist people are crazy, huh?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know. Things are getting, the whole world is crazy.
Grandpa tell me about the good old days. The world gone crazy. So any other thing you want to say about that incident, like any apology to this young man, or you would like to get together and do a show together or something?
Yeah, if he wants to like get together and do something, like I wouldn't be opposed to that, like at all. Again, like I am so blessed. I am abundantly blessed, and I am so happy, and I am only focused on me. Like I am focused on positive change. I want people to increase their confidence. I want people to chase their purpose and to unlearn.
All a bunch of nice stuff while she wants to sue him for not giving her a kiss. That's crazy. That is crazy. And she approached him. That's crazy.
Learn all of the crap that they've had to learn from being, in this society. And I want people to really find their light.
Right
so
on.
That's all.
Shout out to JLP, man. Shout out. I mean, I think that's our stream for today. I didn't even realize we've been live for 3 hours and 35 minutes. Wasn't even planning on streaming today. But shout out to all of you that, stop by, stop in. Don't forget to like the video, show some support, Like the video, leave a comment. I don't know. Whatever makes you float your boat. But it would much be appreciated. And Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas to Christians, the Jews, the non-Christian, the Muslims. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, happy holidays, man. And thanks for stopping by the stream. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, I guess we're gonna catch you in the next one. Peace in the Middle East, or if not, at least in your heart. But no, a lot of people don't want it, so it is what it is. Sheesh. Bye.